play the Game of Thrones, you win. You die.
¡Sobes! ¡Johannes Vega! ¡Sobes!
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals, and the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
You will regret this.
Dracarys! No!
The Riverlands recognize the authority of the named heir Queen Rhaenyra and your own.
Oh, I forgot to add us back.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I guess I should start by saying hello, everyone. What's up, chat? Sean is here.
Hi, chat.
This interesting feller pleading for attention called the Gentleman's Lounge 1 is here.
Yeah, Sean just always comes out of the gate. Hail Kings! Kings! Hail Kings! I get nothing. And then Breezy comes in.
Yeah. Hail
Breezy
Kings and Gents.
Breezy and I are on the same page. I think we've been like right here throughout this whole season.
Yeah. He further says, he further blasphemes, saying that this episode was half terrible and half great, in his opinion. I'll tell you what, there's very few people I know that own more Game of Thrones stuff and is a bigger fan of Westeros and George than Breezy. And to hear him say that this episode was half good, it hurts my soul.
I think I agree with Breezy, and I don't know what we may be wrong, like not on the same page with what we think was great and what we think was terrible.
I have a feeling that any reasonable human being is on the same page of what they think was great. Like it's going to be, and I don't want Breezy to say anything yet. So if you're typing, delete it. He already typed it. Okay. That's it. The dragon fight and Aegon scene is all anyone I think can genuinely think was good in this episode.
There's some cinematic stuff that was really cool.
But that's kind of like putting
but it hurts the story. Like it doesn't add to the story.
Yeah, that's kind of like putting frosting on a turd. Yeah, it's still a turd. You're still going to get E. coli if you eat that.
I think you might
probably die.
I see. This is okay. Breezy's latest comment. This is where Breezy and I don't agree. Ormond talking to Ulf was good. I didn't like it.
I didn't either. I think, you know what,
like that part.
Lee, there's a possibility this is the first time you and I agree for most of this stream tonight.
We'll see.
I think there's a shot you and I are going to agree on a lot of stuff tonight.
Maybe. So I've been on fire this season. I wanted to go back because we're gearing up for the season finale. And I wanted to go back and recap the season this week, just because we got one more of these, right?
Because we don't have a shot at. Sorry, let me retry this joke. Because we don't spend enough time. Because these streams aren't long enough. You want to add a whole nother segment. Okay.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to. By the way, I'm not streaming tonight after this stream. So might as well just take all the time we need. I have been trying to defend this season since the first episode.
He has.
And I've been hanging with them. But I think I've been hanging with them as long as I can. And now I'm at a place where I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing. If you're trying to stay somewhere in the vicinity of the story that has already been written, I don't know how you're going to pull this off now. You're out of time. You don't have enough episodes left to complete the story in a way that I think is necessary to give the full Game of Thrones-esque impact. You're out of time. There's been too many filler episodes, wasted storylines, and stuff that doesn't make any sense that you've added to these episodes that just it's meaningless. It really is. And the one thing I hated most about this episode, if we want to dive right in, I don't understand this romance story between White Worm and Rhaenyra.
I do.
I don't
totally get
understand it.
Would you like to know why?
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add to the story.
So Mysaria, the White Worm, is a self-insert of Sarah Hess. Sarah Hess is an Asian lesbian who thinks that she has been gifted by God to write this story. And we talk about how Ryan Condal is the showrunner and the lead writer. Ryan Condal's not the lead writer. Sarah Hess is the lead writer, and she thinks that she has been gifted by God to write this story, and she has turned Mysaria into her character, and she wants as much screen time as she can possibly get.
Is this okay? So Breezy says this is from the books. I don't remember this to this.
Not really. There is a single.
I remember something like just kind of a fling like thing, or
there's
I don't remember this.
Yeah, the entire kind of conversation about them having a thing is if I'm wrong. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. That it's literally like a one night stand she has while Damon is away 1 week. It's not this ongoing lovers triangle thing.
Breezy says it said in the books that both her and Damon both have relations with her.
I was curious if you were going to say it.
No.
Wow.
No.
Because we just had that conversation. And I was like, you're not about to say it, are you?
No, there's no reason. There's no reason to F-mom there. It's just, but Damon's hooking up with anybody, right? I mean, in the books, he hooks up. Well, he's already hooked up with Mysaria, right? He hooks up with Rhaenyra.
Yeah, but that's like 20 years ago.
He hooks up with what's the Valerian, the lady that
he married
her, yeah.
Yeah, so
he's hooking up with Rhaenyra. He hooks up with Nettles.
In the book?
In the books, right.
Yeah,
so Damon is he's just
no.
The
Nettles thing is like an implied almost fan fiction. It's not an actual written down thing, right, guys? In there, none of the writers do anything only then. What Sean said, it's only a rumor, and it's one of the things that makes Rhaenyra kind of go crazy that she thinks that Nettles is hooking up with Damon, which is why it's another reason why this whole thing doesn't make sense, because removing Nettles removes something that Rhaenyra is going to do in 2 episodes that causes her downfall. Because now she can no longer, and then the fucking thing to say a rumor of a woman on mushrooms and nettles or whatever she said.
Right.
How dare you?
Nettles and sheep. She's been around nettles and sheep. What's a nettle?
It's like a green vine, isn't it? Because they make nettle soup in
I thought that was just a name. I didn't
know these are nettles. They apparently make a very delightful soup over in Ireland.
How'd they get the nickname Nettles, man? I brought wine tonight, by the way, because I knew what tonight was going to be.
I didn't bring anything because
in my gold goblet.
Excellent.
How do you like that?
So let's do what you were saying. Okay, let's start kind of from the beginning. So I'm gonna let you lead that.
Lead.
Okay. Well, you wanted to start from the beginning of the season and kind of.
Oh yeah. So I have been going. So I enjoyed the first few episodes. Kings hated it.
Actually, real quick, let me interrupt you. Let me completely interrupt you and pose this question to you.
You told me to go ahead and
start. I know. Oh, I know I did. Absolutely.
Just coming. I was on a roll.
Lee, how many times have you watched Game of Thrones?
The 8
seasons? The show. Yeah.
I've probably gone through them 4 to 5 times in its entirety.
Prior to season 8 coming out, I had rewatched the show probably 10 times. After it came out, I think I've rewatched it twice. So in the last decade, I've watched this show 12 to 13 times. I have, and I've gone to YouTube and I've found certain scenes I liked. I've gone onto YouTube and found the audible versions of certain scenes from the book that I liked, like the scene where Robb becomes king. It's really well done. The book, Roy Dotrice. Yeah, absolutely. Roy Dotrice reads it beautifully. The fact that he died really pisses me off because I'm not going to get that manly woman voice that he does for half the female characters. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. If you haven't heard the audible version of him, you should, because him being a woman is hilarious. But then with House of the Dragon season 1, I've watched that throne room scene 100 times.
It's fantastic.
I mean, it's incredible. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I've watched that first season. It's been out 7 months now. I've watched it 3-4 times. I've watched the scene where I trust people and that they will not be found dead. I watched that for probably the 80th time this afternoon at work.
After a week episode, I can't tell you. It's probably queued up on my system where I hit Night of the Seven Kingdoms and the helmet comes off. I will take Sir Duncan's side.
Yep.
Dun, 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 like, yes, let's go.
Yep. So how many times have you rewatched, with the exception of watching in the episode for this show that you and I are doing? Yeah. How many times have you rewatched an episode from season 2 or 3 of House of the
Dragon? Twice.
I've never done it.
I'll give my honest feeling is I think I've completely gone through it twice. Especially since, and I tell you, maybe even 3 times, because I know that there was such a gap between season 2 and this season.
Mm-hmm.
That when I knew we were going to gear up for this show, this review, I obviously want to come prepared and want to do a good job. And so I know I went through it for that. But it was really out of like I felt like an obligation to make sure that I've got all the stuff.
And,
It wasn't
and you
like
know what?
I want to go
The-
through this again
Yeah,
because
the
it's so
thing that kind of
awesome.
sucks. The thing that kind of sucks is I was playing a video game from 5:00 yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And at about 8:45, I was like, oh, I need to stop so I can watch House of the Dragon. And I didn't want to. I was having more fun playing the video game that I have played 100 times
That's messed up.
than I was. I honestly, the last 3 weeks, this has felt like work.
Yeah.
Which may be one of the reasons why I wasn't willing to push through being tired last week,
Yeah.
which is pathetic. It's just pathetic. Have not watched a scene. There isn't a scene from the last 2 seasons that I'm sitting here thinking, man, I want to go rewatch that scene.
Let me think. Is there any scene in particular that just so the king walking in the throne, that's in season 1.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I can't think of one that
Season
comes out.
2. I'll give Breezy the Battle of Rook's Rest. But the problem with the Battle of Rook's Rest is the vast majority of what's kind of cool to see takes place in the sky. They don't do anything with the people. You know, the Battle of Rook's Rest is not just the 2 or apparently 3 dragons that are there. It's everything that's going on around it. And I think this just goes further to show, and everything we've seen this season goes further to show how unprepared Casey DeBlois, HBO, Ryan Condal, all of them are with the departure of Miguel Sapochnik to do these battles. Because remember, Miguel Sapochnik directed Hardhome. He directed Battle of the Bastards. He directed, I believe, I don't have it pulled up anymore, but I believe he directed the battle in season 7. And he directed the Long Night. Yes, the Long Night's a shit episode. Okay, it's a terrible battle. But when you need someone to direct big things, Sapochnik's the guy to do it.
Yeah.
And they fucked up getting rid of Miguel Sapochnik. I do not think this show is half as bad. Now, I do think there's still stuff that we sit here and complain about. I do think that, you know, if he had ended up, you know, getting his wife involved, there'd be a bunch of dumb feminist shit, not to the level we've got. But, you know, clearly there's no one to rein in Sarah Hess and Ryan Condal. They are making their show.
Yeah.
And if Casey DeBlois, the CEO of HBO, doesn't want to do something to fix their number 1 attraction until December when Harry Potter comes out, because look, Game of Thrones, big numbers. They will look like child's play compared to episode 1 of Harry Potter. Episode 1 of Harry Potter will be the biggest thing to hit television in 20 years. Like I would say I would be shocked if Sunday night numbers aren't 20 million people.
Harry Potter's got such a big following. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Even the trannies will be watching it.
Yeah.
But that's where they've lost the plot.
Okay. This is the weakest Game of Thrones story that's been put out, and there's been 3, I guess, right?
Yeah,
you got the
3.
original Game of Thrones, you got A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and you've got House of the Dragon. So this is the weakest. I think they're off the rails. I have no idea where they're going with this. They've really twisted the source material around. To your point, if you think they're making their own story, so maybe that's the case, so be it. But it's really difficult to follow. It's, for me, it's still Game of Thrones. I still like it, but it has been very disappointing, especially since I tried to give them a pass in season 2 with the writer's strike or whatever it is that they went through.
It was very easy to
and the
to
ending
sit
got
there
dorked
and,
up. Right. The ending of season 2 got dorked up and it was just kind of left flat. But here we go. Season 3. You got everything in order. Here is the episode before the season finale. So in true Game of Thrones fashion,
This should be the big one.
You know what you're supposed to do with this episode, and they dropped the ball.
Brother, they didn't even the quarterback didn't even throw the pass.
There was nothing that Sunfire.
He's lying on the ground. He's fumbled the ball.
But in my opinion, Sunfire should have been one of the opening scenes of the episode.
Yeah. Well, and they messed up that scene too.
And then,
so what they should have done, and I'll lean more into this. There was no music in that scene.
Right.
There should have been music connecting us to a scene prior. And I'll tell you, when we hit that scene in our review, I'll tell you exactly what it should have been. But yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. They have lost the plot. The problem is because they've kind of created these stories that don't exist. They've created these storylines that are dumb. They've made, Alicent at this point is 4.5 words of the book left, and then she died. Like, that's all we got left in Alicent. And they're turning her into a master assassin, a master spy.
I don't like
Rhaenyra's maybe soon to be hate lover. Like, what are we doing? And the other thing, so we know that. So Sarah Hess says she's never read the books, or she never watched the show. She read the books a long time ago. The lead writer has never seen the visual interpretation of this world. And you're going to trust her to write the story.
Yeah.
And just decide, hey, Alicent's just going to become a kin killer. She's going to become a kin slayer, going to have no problem with it.
I don't like it.
The most taboo thing, there's a reason Tywin would not kill Tyrion.
Right.
He hated Tyrion.
Right.
And he would not kill him because it was a curse upon your house to kin slay.
But even still, that tells you something. The most narcissistic, self-absorbed people still would not off their own children. Alicent was never that type to be this, I want it all to be about me. Yeah. I want all the power. I don't even care
even
about
now
my own
she's
kids.
not.
Cersei, we would believe that she would off her own kid, right? We would believe that she is capable of offering her own child for her benefit, her glory, right? Her position. And now they have Alicent doing it. It doesn't make sense. Alicent wouldn't do that. I don't care how evil her kids are. Alicent doesn't have the character background to commit this act. It doesn't make sense to me. I never liked that from the previous episode. I thought it was dumb. And then the way it happened, she grabs a dagger. Alicent, oh my gosh. She had trouble when she wanted to attack Rhaenyra, right? She just ended up like...
Also, Aemon, the second, third best swordsman in the realm.
Right.
And he doesn't recognize someone that's such a good swordsman that he becomes... who I think might be the Lord Commander of Rhaenyra's Queensguard. Yeah. We're never told, but it would be my guess, kind of based off of past experience, that the Lord Commander is usually always with the person in charge, unless it's his break, his time off. Because there's always one of them with him.
Right.
And, most of the time we see Robert, it's... Barristan with her. Most of the time that we see Joffrey, in fact, that's the only time we don't see the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard with him, with the king a lot, is because Jaime Lannister is named Lord Commander and he's, in capture.
Yeah.
But it's beyond ridiculous to think that Aemon Targaryen would not know who he is.
So I appreciate them trying to make it a little more plausible with her, like, forgetting the dagger idea, knowing she's not going to be able to face the greatest swordsman from the Red Keep. and her own son and put a dagger through him somewhere. And she realizes like, oh, there's essence of nightshade or whatever that poison is, that flower that she can make. And when did she become what do they call them? A botanist?
Maester?
When did she know
Yeah.
how to make the poison? But okay, whatever. And then she's like, oh, I brought you the wine you like to help you sleep. And
Well, and also
Guy's
she's
crazy.
constantly trying to kill her grandchild.
yeah,
She's constantly trying to, and I think she already has. I think in the last episode where I was talking to someone about this earlier, Sundowners Club, I think that when she gave Helena the soup
Thank you for
at the
correcting
end,
that, by the way.
you're very welcome. At the end of the last episode, I think she'd mixed it in there.
maybe Helena does look a little under the weather
Sickly, yeah.
when Rhaenyra wakes her from her dream.
Mm-hmm. And which will, I mean, we're definitely going to get into. And I guess we should probably go ahead and start.
Let's go ahead and start. How do y'all like our rants? Just to the chat, are our rants? Do you do you approve? Do you think we're nuts? Whatever. I've been trying to stick up for this season, and I can't anymore. At the end of the day, it's Game of Thrones. Do I hate it? No, I don't hate it. But they better wrap it up. And the next season has to be
It's 8 episodes. There are 9 episodes left.
Bomb of a season.
So look,
every episode has to be phenomenal.
Yeah, let's go over what we have left. Okay. Battle of Tumbleton. That's next episode.
Okay. Why hasn't that happened yet?
So and this is why that's so dumb. Because here's what's left.
Right.
So you've got the Fall of Dragonstone, which
who's there right now?
Let's see who's there. The people that it's
the leftovers from Rhaenyra's council?
Yeah, leftovers from Rhaenyra's council. I'm sure there's some sort of garrison, something like that. But someone shows up and takes over Dragonstone. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything right now because I'm not angry enough right now. Then we have the battle above the God's Eye, which I think they've already ruined in this episode. In one whole episode is going to be the Storm of the Dragon Pit, the Riot at King's Landing, and the Flight to Dragonstone. That's going to be one episode. It has to be. There's three big events that all happen within a mile of each other. So it's just going to be 4 or 5 different viewpoints throughout the entire thing.
Well, we know Rhaenyra has to die by her brother's hand. That's what Joffrey said in Game of Thrones. So there's no spoiler.
So Joffrey did say, but don't forget, Joffrey said she's buried here. So So she dies at Dragonstone. Aegon feeds her to Sunfire. So she shall die. Aegon has to die.
So basically, okay. So let's walk through this, right? You saying at Dragonstone or at King's Landing?
Dragonstone. She's then brought back and buried.
So she's taken to King's Landing. So somebody showed a little bit of mercy for her remains, right? So she's eaten by Sunfire, and then Sunfire must have to defecate, and then they get the remains.
This is a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get poop. But I think what probably happens, Sean, if I'm look, buddy, I love you. You're great. You know so much shit. I don't care about it being unreliable narrators. I don't care. Because every single time someone says that, it means that what we have here, what Fire and Blood is it's 3 people, or the Dance of the Dragon is part of Fire and Blood.
Just
it's
talking
3
history.
people, telling us the history from their point of view.
And they don't
So
get
Mushroom, So Mushroom is supposed to be like the pro Rhaenyra one, because he's her fool, her dwarf fool, who always makes her look kind of okay. Then you've got one of the Grand Maesters who I don't even remember which Maester it was. It would have been real funny if it had been Chef Falatius, the one that wrote the book that Tyrion reads while he's getting ready to prepare for the defense of King's Landing. Yeah, yes, fuck you! Holy crap, man!
Yes,
That's awesome.
Maybe I've watched it 6 or 7 times.
But that's. I get what you're saying, Sean, and you're right. But the problem is that we've got the story. The story's written, and as let's say that all 3 of them are wrong. They're not all 3 going to be so wrong that the truth is this bullshit. So
I agree with you, Kings.
Let's see.
Get it that wrong.
We've got first Tumbleton. Next episode, a lot of shit's going to happen, a lot of betrayals, all that. Then the reactions of that lead to a bunch of other stuff we have to see in episode 2. Episode 2 at the latest has to be the Battle of the God's Eye, because episode 3 at the latest has to be Rhaenyra fleeing Dragonstone.
This is us
to Dragonstone.
This is us piecing this timeline together. You know that's not going to happen.
Yes, yeah. So, because you have to end with the Hour of the Wolf. But you still have to have the battle on the King's Road, which decimates Aegon's army, which allows for the poisoning of Aegon, which is what leads to the Hour of the Wolf. So there's like 9 different things that have to happen. Or let's be 6. There's 6 things that have to happen in 9 episodes. And we know that we're not going to get all 6. We're also not going to get full episodes. So what's the point?
So if Sean is saying, okay, I want to address Sean's comment. He says, let me read this with some gusto. I'm not saying Rhaenyra isn't going to die, but they don't have to do it the way it's said to have happened in the book. However, they cannot do it in a way that hasn't already been disclosed by HBO and their production, where Joffrey says this is where Rhaenyra is buried. She was eaten by Aegon's dragon.
Well, so I think what we probably end up seeing is Sunfire burning her alive. I think that's probably what we see. But
there has to be something.
But we still need Aegon the Third to show up. We still need Aegon the Younger to show up. We haven't seen Aegon the Younger at all in since episode 10. No, episode 8. Episode 8 of season 1. We haven't seen. Did we see Aegon? No. You know what? That's right. We saw Aegon of Viserys with Rhaena in episode 3 of season 2. So
again, going to Sean and I are dialoguing here. Right? He says, "Why history is written by the victor." I understand what you're saying, and if they wanted to do some sort of twist like that, it has to have some sort of weight to the plot. For example, Ned Stark, right? The stories of Ned Stark, where he was the great swordsman that bested 2 Kingsguard or whoever they were, and then when Bran went back and saw that he stabbed the guy in the back, it was like, oh, he didn't actually that didn't play out the way it was, the way that I was told, right? There was a plot weight to that, to where he then took Lyanna's son, right? That all that was tied together. This was just like Joffrey quickly saying, right here is where Rhaenyra is buried, and this is what happened. Done. Story over. If they change it now, there's no there's no plot weight to that. There's no benefit to changing it. There's no shocking element to the stories if they change the way she's taken out, she's executed, whatever you want to call it. I don't get why they would do anything different. What kind of story are they trying to tell by doing it anything different? I mean, am I missing something? Tell me, am I off here?
Now, I think you're both kind of right. So they could easily, have her death be connected to Aegon and Sunfire, but not have it be eaten, burned, something like that. But the main consequence of this is Aegon the Younger needs to watch Rhaenyra die, because that is what causes his fear and hatred of dragons, which is why he sends mourning away. He sends all these dragons away. He moves all their skulls out of their places of honor. He does all this because he's afraid of dragons.
Not for nothing, and I'll give the production of House of the Dragon a lot of credit here. But just looking at Sunfire now, I would be I would brick in my pants if I ever saw a dragon that looked like that. That thing was
I did think it was pretty cool that he kind of mimics
Aegon. Yes. It was awful. That dragon was messed up.
Before we do get into the episode, only at 36 minutes now. Someone that has been absent for a while has finally reappeared on the internet. George R.R. Martin has finally posted on his blog, and I'm going to read it and let me know. Yeah, let me know if something pops out to you.
Can you read it in an English accent?
I cannot. He's American though, so that should be fine. Better late than never. Remember me? It's been a while, I know. My last blog post went up here on February 19th. But the posts that have come after were made by my mighty minions. I am lucky enough to have a great staff of assistants, even with their help, I kept falling further and further behind. This year has been stressful, to say the least. So much has been happening, it's been overwhelming. Some great things, exciting things, dreams coming true, but there have been nightmares too. I have lost friends, battled sadness and depression. The worst may yet to come. The worst may be yet to come. I turned 77 last September, and I tell you, getting old is no fun. But there have been amazing times as well. I suppose that's just life, of course. I know that I knew that. If you've read my stories, you know that. So much to post about. I will try to catch up soon, and my minions will help, but my posts are likely to be short and rushed. One highlight you may already know. Emmy finalists for 2026 have been announced, and Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, all in caps, nabbed 9 nominations. Yes, 9. Not hot damn, I think is what he was trying to say. Including the big one, Best Drama. Got a little image of an Emmy here. The award ceremony will be Monday, September 14th at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. I hope to attend, but that depends on a lot of things. I am proud of our team and hope we take home a few of the statues, but I confess that I was hoping we'd have gotten a few of the acting nominations as well. But there's always next year. So
that's a beautiful, beautiful post.
It's really interesting.
It's beautiful post to a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Not one thing about House of the Dragon.
They just finished the penultimate episode of House of the Dragon. And he didn't say a damn word. And I believe, no, it's not nominated for anything. It'll be nominated next season.
He hasn't talked about Winds of Winter.
Not one thing about Winds of Winter either. Probably, but if I can absorb all of the copium left in the world, what might this mean? Better late than never. Or
don't read into it. Are you trying to say that it's a little clue that he might have Winds of Winter close to being completed or done? Or, you know what? I saw a post. I heard about this, but I heard about this post from you on a tweet. And then I saw a post. I don't know who posted it, but somebody came out and said, and it's an interesting theory, They said George R.R. Martin has actually completed all of the stories.
I love that one.
He's finished all the stories, but he's only going to release them posthumously because he doesn't want to hear the complaints from the fans when they don't like his outcome either.
So here's the thing. Like, the only reason I push back on that one is he could easily, I say easily, look, I've never written a series like this. I don't know how hard it is. Apparently, he keeps talking about maybe having a 1,500 page book 6. And I'm sitting there thinking, why is that a bad thing? Give me more pages. I'll take a 2,000 page book. I don't care if the Audible book is 120 hours. You ever read Don Quixote?
No.
Yeah, you ever read Ulysses? They're long.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than fucking I'm sorry. Nothing's worse than freaking The Portrait of the Artist of a Young Man by James Joyce. But
what's the largest, lengthiest book you've ever read?
I mean, it might be A Dance of Dragons. I mean, it's
actually read, not audible.
Yeah, to read it. So I've read it and audibled it, and the audible version is like 62 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I've read like more than once.
Schick says the Bible. I like that.
I don't.
Props, man.
If you're
being genuine,
is the Bible that long?
Have you ever read it?
So yeah, but I mean, I've never read it.
Cover
of course,
cover?
I have. Yeah, but I've never read it
I've never read
it like I've read a novel, where I've sat down and read. Like I've done the Bible in a year thing where you read like I think it's like a third or 2/3 of a chapter, or a chapter, or 2 or 3 chapters a day.
Yeah.
I've
that's
read.
awesome. I have not.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I read the Bible. I read excerpts from the Bible. I've never gone cover to cover and read it like a novel.
Yeah. Well, so I haven't either, but I have read from the front to the back.
Yeah.
But that, yeah, I mean, I guess it is a pretty big book.
Those Harry Potter books are pretty big too, man.
Yeah, but they got bigger. They got bigger type.
They do.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I stopped at Goblet of Fire. I was gonna go through all the novels and then watch the movie and everything. And I went through Goblet of Fire, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go through this. I'm reading. I'm crushing. I'm not much of a reader. I really am not. There are people that can live in a book. I struggle with reading, and I really have to force myself. I think it's good. I think it's healthy, but I do struggle. I admit that. And I powered through Goblet of Fire, and then I watched the movie, and I was like, what is the point of reading these books if they're going to cut out half the novel when they put it to film? Yeah. I was so upset, and I didn't read the rest of the novels, the Harry Potter.
Now, Don Quixote used to be the longest book in the world, didn't it? I read that.
Wrong guy. I'm not a reader, but there is something to say about a fiction piece than historical documentation. So the Bible is history. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, they continually prove events that have happened in the Bible.
Correct.
Over and over and over.
It's a documentation of historical events. Along in addition to the spiritual element of the book. But then there's the element of a fiction piece. Does that add to the weight of the extended content of the book itself, right? Is it easier?
It's definitely
to read like that
easier
because
to read.
there's going to be a flow, right? There's going to be an
Mhm.
arc where the historical stuff can just jump all over.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna turn it on to like a fiction versus nonfiction, I mean, I've read the Kingfisher Encyclopedia.
Yeah, but that's not like a story.
right.
That's what I'm getting at.
Or
You're not
like,
getting a story. You're not getting an arc
the-
and then beginning and an end.
When I was in elementary school, my history program was, I think it was called The Story of the World. Yeah, oh shit, that was it. Yeah, The Story of the World. That was a history program. That's great, by the way. If anyone's ever thinking of doing homeschooling, use The Story of the World. It's a beautiful history system.
I thought you said history of the world. And I was like, Mel Brooks? Is that what you...
Can you imagine my parents are using Mel Brooks to teach me history?
I mean, it fits. Sometimes. Sorry, Breezy. We have. I mean, we have. George R. R. Martin's blog. Let's get back on track, Kings.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
That's
TV
my
show.
fault. I own this one. You know what? I just figured I'd embrace Kings and just going for hours and hours. I'm just going to jump right in and do the same.
Let's do it.
We haven't even started the first scene of the episode, and we're
Yeah.
over 45 minutes into the stream.
So we get to
Oh,
see Helena having her first stream of the episode.
I still love Helena. More Helena.
Oh, yeah.
And since that guy that reads the books is no longer with us, I nominate Fia Saban to read any novelization.
There'd be a problem if she started having to read some of these scenes George writes.
That's okay.
If she had to read that scene with Redhead and John in the cave, because that scene you can't just press 15 seconds forward. It goes for a little while.
She's got an incredible voice.
She does.
I love her scenes. I love her acting. I think she's done well with the character. My sweet little retard.
So
That's great.
this stream, was she? So the door.
What's
she's
the white
in-
horse? What do you think that?
I think it's just her horse.
I don't know.
I don't
There
think
have
it's
been
symbolic.
placements of white horses elsewhere in the stories, right? Arya and her white horse when she left King's Landing. Is she leaving King's Landing?
Well, yeah. So she's leaving King's Landing.
So another white
So,
horse leaving King's
I
Landing.
think it's just a white horse, man. I really do.
I'm just
I'm
just throwing
there's
theories out.
I
I'm
definitely
not-
agree that there are instances of repeated imagery,
little themes.
but I think this one's a stretch. But she's got, she's in an empty courtyard in King's Landing. The doors to get
She
out
wants
are opening.
She wants to get out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's really what the dream is, right? I
Yeah.
want out of here.
And I mean, the banners are. Oh wait, hey, we do have some banners here. So let's see once the thing disappears. Can you tell?
You mean on the outside of the door?
No, I mean
The
to her
archway?
left and right. We have banners.
Right. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
right
Sorry,
of the
outside of that door. I thought you were talking about the door on the
in-
foreground.
internal door, the inside.
Yeah.
They're black. They look black.
Yeah, it kind of looks like two legs to me. It's just, dude, pick one.
Dude,
and
how
move
can
on.
you tell, man?
It just kind of looks like, oh, we don't need to play it. But she's kind of dreaming of her freedom here,
Yeah.
and being able to leave, and then she gets woken up by her.
Yep. And we get to look up
Bitch
the
of a
nose
sister.
of
Yep.
Rhaenyra Targaryen,
Yeah.
who's her sister.
If anyone's got a thing for noses, here you go. Take a photo; it'll last longer.
Not up it, but
I don't know. There's some weirdos out there. But people are into feet, dude.
she's half sister.
Yeah, half sister.
That's it. Not aunt, not anything else.
half-sister.
Just half sister. Okay. And this is where I
and
feel like
she-
Helene is looking a little.
Yeah,
Ew.
she don't look great. And I mean, look, I've woken up and not looked great, but she looks like shit.
But you know, Allison has also been saying, like, look, she's got to get out of the house. You got
Yeah.
She goes through these things. You know, she could just be in a dark place and whatever. I don't want to say she's lost the baby.
Yeah.
She
So
can't-
this is where I think,
The novels, she doesn't lose any babies.
right?
Other than the two robbers at night. What were their names
Yeah,
again?
blood cheese,
Cheese and
blood and cheese.
Yeah. That's how she lost. She didn't lose
Yeah.
any in the womb or anything like that.
Well, and so this thing, her ending has to come.
Yes.
Honestly, her ending needs to be this upcoming episode
I don't want
because
That's
we
gonna make me
need.
upset.
I know, but we need Maycor with tits. So that's what they call Rhaenyra. They call Rhaenyra a Maycor with tits.
Okay.
It's true. Y'all, back me up here. Maycor with tits is what they call her. Because she gets fat and ugly. Her hair starts to fall out. The throne starts
They're
cutting
not
her.
gonna make Emma Darcy look like that. It's not gonna happen.
I know. They're not because they don't want her to become this evil character, even though that's Breezy. That's what I said.
Did you say Maycor or Magor?
I might have said Maycor, but I meant Maycor.
All right.
I mean,
know-
it's one letter. I
I need some gummy bears.
need some alive stuff. So yeah, we've got Helena here waking up very rudely from a dream that I'm sure she was really enjoying.
Oh yeah.
And Rhaenyra is just being a selfish bitch.
So here's the thing. Last episode, Allison tells Rhaenyra that Helena has visions or whatever, and Rhaenyra's like, "Oh, she's a dreamer." Okay, now that alone, Rhaenyra's all in. Rhaenyra believes wholeheartedly now that Helena is a dreamer, and I'm gonna get all the information I can out of her. So here she goes. As soon as Allison's out of the way, she jumps in, wakes her up from her sleep, and says, "Tell me everything," right?
And then
Rhaenyra-
continues
Total
to
desperate act out of Rhaenyra. Big time.
And then, okay, I'm really getting sick and tired of Rhaenyra being unsure of herself.
I agree.
I'm so tired. Man, we're agreeing a lot, man. It's starting to get a
I
little
know.
creepy.
I like
Um,
Rhaenyra when she's ready to throw down and take
So-
charge.
She's constantly needing to be reassured that she's made the right decision, that her
Yeah.
father did pick her. She ends the last season making this deal with Allison by explaining to her that her father had a dream or told her a prophecy that the first Aegon had. And that's what allows Allison to decide to commit what side does she commit? Not infanticide, regicide, kinslaying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Decide to commit kinslaying to save her and her daughter. It's that revelation from Rhaenyra, nothing else.
Yeah.
And she still needs all of this patricide. Thank you. She still needs all of this reassurance. And then the other dumbass thing in this is after all of this buffoonery, really dumb conversation, trying to get the future from her, Helena goes back to stitching her stuff, and Rhaenyra doesn't even look at the damn thing. Aren't you curious what she's stitching?
That's it. That is all her dreams laid out in a tapestry.
Yeah.
So if Rhaenyra really wanted to know what is going to happen, look at her needlepoint.
And then we'll get people, and someone in the chat might even say it. Well, how was she supposed to know that or anything like that? You know, this is not, we're not in a video game where you can't, you know, jump the little turnstile to get to that open area behind in Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
we're not, this is supposed to be a real world where logic rules. And the logical thing is you have a dreamer stitching. Look at what she's stitching.
Right.
Because
Right.
there's been, I think, 2 other dreamers in the written Targaryen history, which
Yeah.
she had spent months reading in on Dragonstone. Now, sure, maybe she didn't read the whole damn thing, but she spent months reading about the history of the Targaryens, how the dreamers interpret what they dreamt, and write it down. Would have been one of the things she probably would have read.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think it's ridiculous that she wouldn't have looked at the damn thing.
The thing is, too, Helena knows she's a dreamer. She believes her dreams, her visions. She knows they're going to come true. She told Aemon, you will die in falling in the God's eye. I have seen it. Like, she believes it. She knows it. I can't stand what's going to happen. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen to her. I know it has to play out, but I am not going to be a happy camper when
Let's
that
just
happens.
say we've already thought about it like 2 or 3 times.
I
already.
love Helena. I got a thing, a very soft spot for Helena. She's been just
I got a pretty hard spot.
mistreated. You have a hard spot? Okay. I see what you did there. But she's been so like mistreated. I want her to win so bad, but I know it's not gonna. I know what happens to her. Sucks.
Yeah.
Breezy
My
loves her
sweet,
too.
simple girl. Dude, we all love her.
That's her, her retarded girl.
So now Aegon pretty almost fully healed. You know, he does this overstretched thing where he kind of gets hurt a little bit. But he's pretty close to being healed here. And
I don't get why he's doing. What is he doing?
I think it's sort of like calisthenics with sword. You know, if you don't maintain the practices that, you know, allow you to go quick, then
I don't know.
you
I
forget how to
thought
do
it
it.
was silly. I didn't care for it. It's like you want to do.
Well, it's
you
kind of
wanna
like, you
do
know,
karate in the garage.
he's been no. So he's been bedridden for, again, we don't know how long it's been.
So this is a form of exercise. to
Yeah,
see-
so it's
Okay.
it's to get him back into shape, I believe. What's up, Lady Aaron? How you doing?
Lady Aaron.
Happened before or after Maelor is born? Well,
Maelor has to be born.
yeah, Maelor has to be born, but I'm pretty sure they've decided not to have Maelor, and she's getting ready to have stillborn. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I almost said Aegon. Aemon goes from kind of practicing his moves here to dreaming, I guess dreaming, you would say, of his mommy.
Sean, no, it's Maelor. It's Maelor, isn't it? She has Jahara, and Maelor. Those are the three kids from Aegon and Helena. We have to consult the source material. I just found it funny that they have Aemon getting out of bed. He's barefoot, shirtless, and grabs a sword, swings it twice, and is like, "Oh!" Like, I think you would know at that point if you could swing a sword. It's one thing if you're working up to it, but he just went. Maelor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with Sean. They're not going to do Maelor. They're going to. She's going to die. She's going to. This is Maelor in her belly, but she is going to either do the thing that she does, or that baby is going to be born stillborn, and that's going to make her do the thing that she does.
Well, I was scared that she was going to do it the last episode where she was like, "I want to see the moon."
And
like,
then, yeah,
no,
and then she goes to the window. And I was like, "Oh, she about to do it?" Dude, seriously,
you don't need to see the moon.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I was going to laugh my ass off because I'm sitting there, I'm watching the episode, and we've talked about this. She's over there in the corner of the shot, and I went,
you're like reaching up, like, "No, Helena,
what are we doing over there, Helena? What are you doing? Don't open the window. No, put your foot back." Okay. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do in the next episode. So
bite your tongue. Shut
I
up.
saw a tweet that said something along the lines of, if I had a holy crap nickel for every time a mom made out with her son in this show, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot of nickels, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
I didn't like it. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan.
And I don't comprehend all the fine little details and the connections that you do. So I lean on you to tell me, like, oh, this represents this, that, and whatever. I didn't get it in this story.
So
I didn't get it that she shows up, and is this the cursed castle planting this? Is this Alice? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know, because so this is my logic of this. Okay, the entire time he's doing this and making out with his mom, he's actually in bed with Alice doing it.
Right.
Okay. So she's getting she's getting it. Okay. Everything she's wanted, clearly it's working, all that stuff. So why does she need to put magic on him to make him think of a different thing? So that's why I don't think it's her magic. I think it's a curse of Harrenhal. But I mean, dude, there are mommy issues, and then there are mommy issues. And then there's whatever he's got.
Right. Breezy's saying, I thought it was Alice showing him what he wanted to see. So deep down, is he really wanting that level of affection from his own mother? Like, it just didn't, it wasn't clear.
Yeah.
It was really creepy, cringe. I didn't like it. I didn't think it added anything to the story.
But so this is the thing, Breezy. All of their visions of this edible complex thing, okay, whether it is 20% an edible complex where you just like older women, or whether it is 100% where you want your mom. Which also, by the way, doesn't even make sense that it's called an edible complex, because Oedipus didn't know it was his mom. So, like, that's just dumb. But that's neither here nor there. Whether it's one of those things, somewhere in the middle of that, they're alone most of the time this thing happens, and they wake up and are just completely, whoa, that's how I was thinking. Like Damon, I don't think Damon was genuinely thinking of that at all, because he was utterly disgusted by it. Now,
Like
Aemon has already made it.
the scene
Yeah,
with Damon and Emma in season 2.
Yeah. Now, Aemon has already made out with his mom away from Harrenhal. So there's clearly some edible thing there.
Made out. That's a stretch. He did kiss her
Long
passionately,
kiss.
but
Yeah, long kiss.
and I think Allison made out's got to be a mutual thing. I think Allison froze out of she's out of fear.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna just finish this one thing off and I'm out.
So this also, the second she walked in that room, did you think it was actually her?
I did.
Did you? Oh, I did. I was 100%. Oh, this is dream. 100% dream.
As soon as she started the affection, then I
Yeah.
was like, this ain't her. This is a vision or something.
But like, what I don't understand is
the way they. Sorry, go ahead.
The whole vision aspect of this, I don't think makes a lot of sense, because most visions, I guess, in this world and in other fantasy stuff, you're not doing other stuff and then get pulled back to reality. Like he's definitely in the middle of pushing
the act.
The act, yeah. And he's having a vision that he's
the pillar is
out
hidden
of bed
in the cave right now.
The sword is in its sheath.
The stones are swinging a little bit.
So he's doing this thing and having a vision that he's across the room with his sword, matter of factly.
Yeah.
And then his mom comes in. I mean, the writing of this stuff, and I think it just goes further to show that you've got these writers that are just writing to write. They're not sitting there. You could tell very early in Game of Thrones that they'd write something and then they'd go, okay, hey, does that match with what we wrote in episode 1 or season 1, episode 5? Like, does this match? It does. Okay. How do we need to? Oh, okay. We need to do this. So, but they don't have that going on in this room.
The story was very muddy. This piece of the story was very muddy and very unclear to me. So he's there, shadow sword fighting, and is in pain. Mom walks in, and all of a sudden there's this affection. They make out, and she grabs him and pulls him over to the bed. They start doing the deed of all deeds. Then he kind of comes out of it. He sees Alice and then throws Alice to the side, gets up and walks away, walks out to the balcony, and then sees his mom.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? I don't understand what's it's not clear what is happening in this story. What am I supposed to think? That this is Alice, that this is Harrenhal, that he really wants his mom, but Alice there's just some cover, the facade. Like, I didn't understand it. It didn't make any sense to me.
And the problem is, like, that's just that it's not hard to make it. Wouldn't be hard to make this make sense.
No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
And Breezy, that's kind of where I'm at. That I think it's just the curse.
Add a few lines.
Yeah.
As he's running away, Alice could shout out, "The curse of Harrenhal is upon you." I mean, anything,
something,
right?
Yeah, obviously a little better. But
yes,
in that generalness, yes. And what's kind of funny is there'd be a lot of people upset about exposition, because exposition is basically when the person on screen is telling you, the viewer, something.
Right.
But in Westeros, it's very easy to do exposition because it's such a massive place. There are no cell phones. When you do exposition in Spider-Man, it gets annoying because everyone should know what's going on. It's 2021, or sorry, 2026. Everyone should know what's going on.
Wow, dude.
Wow, I lost 5 years.
Dude.
But in this, unless you're literally right there, no one knows what's going on. So
Right.
when they do exposition, it works really well. So that's the kind of thing that would work here. But when they just kind of do weird magic bullshit and then say, they'll figure it out.
No, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. It was really cringe. It really is dark. I mean, are we just supposed to think that Aemon is just a really mentally messed up dude that just wants to bang his mom?
Well, and look,
This
and
wine
Lady
is
Aaron
good, by
said
the
it
way. I'm
perfectly.
just saying, you should.
Yeah, I'm
Should have
sound. You're getting great. Lady Aaron was completely right. It's always the female writers who write this garbage. This is clearly, they psychologists and stuff and people like that love to say that men are the only ones that want to F their mothers. But clearly, these women have some other edible complex.
Because they're writing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we went through some of this with The Sopranos, right? Because the whole thing in psychology. You're a Sopranos fan?
Never seen it.
I
did
retract my
see-
statement. I'm not going to comment on that further.
I did see that he died last week. Or on Saturday, actually.
Who did?
Big Pussy.
Yes. Yes.
Had no idea
Now-
what his nickname was until Saturday.
I was like, are you gonna say Tony? Like, what are you doing? Like that character he played died in season 2. Spoiler alert. Yes.
No,
Lady
no.
Aaron, I agree with you 100
I will watch it.
billion, trillion,
I will watch it.
%.
Best TV show? No.
Ever.
Because the best TV show is Band of Brothers.
No,
Oh, he's so cute, isn't he, guys?
it's not.
So,
More wine. Thank you.
did someone bring you wine?
Of course. That's how I roll.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Justified is an awesome TV show.
Great show. Not The
Oh.
Sopranos.
Okay. Before we get off onto that tangent. Also, okay.
I tell you
Should I
what,
say
I am
this? Should I say
so
this?
big into The Sopranos that if you decide to watch the show, we can do a watch review on that. I mean, it's dated like
I'll think
we're
about it.
many years,
I'll think about it.
but I'll go
What-
back talking about it again. I don't care.
So this might be me being a little fucked up. I was a little. I probably shouldn't say that. I was a little disappointed that she was dressed as she was dressed.
What did you want to
Because-
see? Less clothing?
Well. So this thing. Okay?
After he put his mom on the bed? Is that what you wanted to see?
I didn't want to see the mom,
What is
okay?
wrong with you?
and I
You
didn't
wanted to see
necessarily.
him?
Hang
What is
on,
wrong
hang
with
on.
you, dude?
Stop talking. Stop talking. This is Game of Thrones. Okay,
I don't think
this
I
is
can continue
Westeros.
this show.
And it just felt like it wasn't right. Not that I'm sitting here wanting to see this or wanting to see that. If I wanted to see tits, I could look it up online. Okay. I could go watch television today and see tits. But it just felt like they didn't do it right. Not with the Allison part, but with the Alice part. Do you
wanted
know
to
what
see
I mean?
Alice?
No, I didn't want to see any.
Are
of it.
you
It just
wondering
didn't
what her
feel
size
right?
is? Is that what it is? I mean, let's just cut to the chase.
Oh my god! It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel Westeros. You know what I mean?
I don't know what to
No,
say.
clearly
to
you
that.
don't know what I mean. Okay, we'll move on.
I mean, if you're looking for smut, I know
Again,
Game of Thrones-
if I'm looking for it, I could go find it online. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I'm just saying it felt like they weren't ready to commit to what they were trying to do.
okay, I'm going to argue this point.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but let me try to put it in perspective. We are dealing with the ultra sensitive incestual relationship, mother and son. How far do you want to push
That
this?
wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about the Alice and Aemon
I'm
thing,
just saying
not
it's
the
all
incest.
tied together.
Yeah,
How
I
far
mean,
do you want-
yeah, sure,
So
they
you wanted-
are.
Okay, so you wanted Olivia Cook to be covered, but
But Alice to be open,
to
sure.
be open. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah. So
You
that's
can't have it
that's
both
how,
ways, King.
I mean, you definitely can. But I just think that's how it should have happened because it would have been. Mark Reality, you just missed us talking about Oedipus. I just think that's how, a decade ago, that's what they would have done. And it just felt like they kind of cheapened out or cowered it out on what the scene should have been.
So okay, there really hasn't been a whole lot of
Nudity.
body parts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, and again, it doesn't need. This story doesn't
You're contradicting
need that.
yourself, Kings.
Nope.
You're saying it doesn't need it, but now you're saying I want more.
This story doesn't need that.
I
but
should have
when
seen
you
boobies in
choose-
this scene. Darn
But
it.
when you choose to put this stuff in this world, modesty does not work in this world.
That's fair.
That's where I'm coming from. Not the why can't I see titties? Because again, God, don't you dare clip that. Because again, if I wanted to see that stuff, I could see it online. It's not me wanting to see it. It's me feeling like, wow, that just doesn't feel like Westeros.
The actress that plays Alice,
Olivia Cook.
that's Alicent.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, Allison. Yeah.
So Emilia Clarke, right? She was naked a lot in the first season of Game of Thrones.
And a lot of the rest of it, yeah.
And
So she got in the tub, out of the tub.
Yeah, but it was a different kind of nudity. It wasn't like
it felt more like choice.
She wasn't getting plowed from behind by
this thing,
Drogo.
I think a lot of people remember the plowing from behind thing.
Yeah,
and forget all of the other stuff.
But she also came out and said, I think I'm done with the whole nudity thing. And if you want me to continue to be Daenerys, we're going to have to talk about these scenes. All right.
Yeah,
and they
she got
kind of
naked in
limited
season
to
6. I mean, she got naked in season 3.
It was no longer sexual, though.
It's only sexual twice.
Right. So
and
she
literally like the first 3 episodes of the first season.
She got established as an actress and said, I'm not doing this kind of stuff anymore. I think she felt in season 1, it was her first big time gig, and she felt like they were taking advantage of her, making her do stuff that she really wasn't doing. She's even come out and said that Jason Momoa was the one that said, dude, shut this down, get her a robe. We're going to treat her with a little bit of respect here.
Again, like that's there was someone, and I don't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was like Dan Dave. There was someone connected to Game of Thrones that said they felt like they needed to go more shock and awe with nudity in that first season to get me watching, to get people watching the show. And I think that's honestly that's a little annoying to say that. But the entire with the exception of the railing from behind.
Yeah.
And
her brother feeling her up.
And what's her name walking through Cersei walking through King's Landing.
That wasn't
even her. It was a body double.
Hetty.
Yeah. With the exception of that, every other time felt. I mean, I don't know if tasteful is the right word, but it didn't felt. I didn't feel uncomfortable. Like I felt uncomfortable during and again, it's like 5 seconds, but I felt uncomfortable during Emilia Clarke's
Khal
consummation.
Drogo.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I felt uncomfortable when I think it was in season 1 of Game of Thrones and Littlefinger's brothel when he's like teaching them
Let me guess.
teaching him how to be
Horse.
whores, yeah, and it's going on for like 10 minutes, and he's telling a story, and they're just like they're
Going at
it. Yeah. I'm trying to find proper wording. Yeah. They're going at it while he's just telling a story like it's no big deal. I felt like that was like
honestly, I was more grossed out by when I think Martell walks in and he's talking to him, and then this woman walks in and he stops her, turns, and wipes her mouth. I was more grossed out with that.
Yeah. It wasn't Oberyn. It was some other lord or something. And he's like, so one of the girls gets upset and he's like, I don't know what she's crying. He goes, okay, I'll get you another one. And she is just finishing up.
It must have been the Kingsguard, asshole Kingsguard.
Yeah. She was just finishing, or I guess he was finishing up. And then, he goes there and wipes
it off her
mouth,
face,
and then says, "Okay, yeah, she's ready."
Yeah,
cringe. It was just like,
of course. Then we have Sir Arlen's longsword.
That's Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That was a lot of
a lot of wood. That one,
a lot of ween.
So Breezy's right that this convo has gone on way too long. Wrong too, by the way. You need TOO.
We're discussing whether or not nudity plays a strong part in the Game of Thrones storytelling, and it does. It always has been. It's HBO. They're gonna push it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like even HBO has limitations. There's certain House of the Dragon was a lot of childbirth too, and a lot of
childbirth
and birthing that I did not want to see, but they pushed it. They put it out there, and you're seeing stuff, and you're just like, right? So everybody's got a thing, right? Every show does different stuff.
So Alice shows up.
It's great wine, by the way.
You're gonna have to send me a bottle of it, or let me know what kind of bottle it is.
Are you a wine guy?
I mean, after I've had 3 or 4 beers, and I no longer
do we need to work on your palate?
Dude, I hate the aftertaste of wine.
No, we just
I've had $5 wine and I've had $200 wine, and it all that like weird grape at the end of it. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, we'll work that. We'll work on that.
When
are you coming to Orlando?
Well, I might be in Dallas on.
I said Orlando.
I know, but I might be in
anything
Dallas
about Dallas. That's hours away. Nowhere near me.
Well, your brother's gonna be in Dallas.
I'm gonna be in Dallas. Thanks.
Well, I figured maybe you might want to like hop a ride with your brother.
Honestly, I think you're closer from where you're at now than if you go.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Anyway.
So Allison shows up.
Allison shows up after he has the vision of banging his mom.
Oh, yeah. Now, hang on. Are they wearing
and
the
she
exact
offers
same thing?
him a son, not even just hooking up. She also says, I'm going to give you a son, my son, which is totally cringe. I don't want to see anything more after hearing all that. Like, I don't want.
But she
I don't want
says
nudity.
that.
I don't want nothing. I want to go to the next scene. I'm
Okay.
I'm cringe.
Let's just jump over to the next scene. We get the Tully army
Yeah.
crossing the Black River Rush. I'm
And
pulling it up.
We
so
get
I
our
can-
last view of Kristen Cole, right?
We did. And this time it was not a George Bush mask.
George Bush.
So real quick, this is where they're crossing right here. They're crossing the Blackwater Rush
He loves
heading
the
to
map.
Tumbletown. Love the map. Love the map. So we do get our last look of Kristen Cole.
Yeah. Still has the arrow.
Yeah.
Cole on a pole. Someone said
Jeez.
Cole on a pole on Gary's review stream last night. I like that.
That's
Cole on a pole.
hilarious. That is excellent.
That
Cole on a pole. And this really, I think I'm even more angry after looking at this scene. We've got
And
Whole
Chips
lot
is holding it. All right. He's holding the spike.
Mm-hmm. So here's Black Alley right here. Hang on. We got Black Alley right here.
See her.
Yeah. Again, who is this woman?
Yeah.
From a let's borrow the perspective of a non-book reader. You're sitting there, and let's say, it's more people probably read a Game of Thrones that watched Game of Thrones than people that read Fire and Blood that watched House of the Dragon. So most people don't know where this story is going. Unless after, season 1, they started doing research, stuff like that. So unless you read the story, you don't know who Black Alley is. Why have they not introduced this one?
There's no
We've
character
seen her 3
development
times.
of Black Alley.
Yeah, we've seen her 3 times. We have no idea who she is. She's going to do something. She's going to make a major decision.
The only thing we
at
know
the
is
end.
that she's
An archer.
an archer. What is there a term for a good archer? Like a marksman, like something like that?
Sure, a marksman works.
Okay.
But that's all we know.
Yeah.
We don't even know what house she's from.
We don't. And we know.
Yeah. And now
we don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure she's I think we do actually know, in the book and everything, but I don't remember what house she's from.
Hmm.
Black Alley. Blackwood. She's a Blackwood. Huh. I actually typed in Black Ally. So I got a whole group of awesome Google responses to that.
Oh man.
But yeah, she's also supposed to be incredibly beautiful. I know you can't really see her very well right now. Does that look very beautiful?
I mean, that scene, she's always in her military garb.
Yeah.
What does she look like at a festival?
Out of
or
it?
Dinner.
Out of it? What does she look like out of the military garb?
Yeah, then Game of Thrones fashion. Let's see her naked.
That's hilarious. But then not only do we get all of this, but we have not had this Chib's name once
Yeah.
in the entire show.
I don't know what to call him other than Chibs.
He's the chat will beat me to it.
Or Cicero.
Thank you, Roderick Dustin. Yes, so he's
I like
the
Chib.
leader. Yeah, he's the leader of the Winter Wolves. Okay. Again, a whole lot of people call him a Stark because of all the Stark banners. He's not a Stark. He's a Dustin.
Okay, but there are Stark banners all over the place. These are
Yeah.
bannermen of the Stark family.
Yes, yeah, these
They're
are
not
Northmen.
Starks. Just so we clear that up.
Well, and there might be a Stark or two,
But they are.
but they are not. They are not all Starks.
Right. They're Northmen.
Yeah. And we go, and that's it. I mean, we get.
We just see them riding with a head on
Yeah.
a spike,
Mhm.
and
And we go straight to Gawain
Gawain.
doing maybe one of the coolest dismounts of a horse I've ever seen. I was a big fan. But 4 seconds does not make an episode.
the high kick and slide down. Whoop.
Yeah, it's
It's
you know
the
what?
Riker maneuver
Bravo.
on horseback.
Bravo. Just impressive.
Gawain. And he meets Ormond, and then
Yep.
what's the guy's name that
Oh, I already forgot. Roxon.
jump time?
Yeah, Rustin.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
He's
He's,
got like a transporter where he can go from
Yeah,
city
this
to
guy right
city
here.
in a matter of seconds. Yeah. So he's back with Ormond now.
Mhm. Yeah, because they've got
Corlys.
Corlys back in Tumbleton. Again, traveled 170 miles, maybe. Well, I wonder if the map has a legend on it.
A fair distance.
Let's see.
And while he's doing
Okay.
that, again, this show has been famous for very quick, short scenes. Just a minute, if that, and then they jump to the next. So, right after this, they exchange some words. Ormond and his kidnapper guy, who Kings is looking up the name of and looking at the distance that he traveled to get Corlys Velaryon. They go back inside, and then Gawain is left with kind of a,
It's
like
about
bummed out look on his face. And then they jump to Dragonback.
it's about 540 miles between Tumbleton and Rook's Rest.
Wow. 540 miles. That's about 3 states up the East Coast. So Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, to put it in perspective.
Well, and this won't really help anyone except you and me, but it is 434 miles from Orlando to Columbia. So there's 430 miles between us.
3 states.
And yeah, 3 states, yeah. And Tidget Gidries. Beautiful job. That's hilarious. So now we're on Dragonback.
Yeah.
Which
We go-
again, one of the top scenes of the episode involves Daemon Targaryen.
To the Erie.
Yeah. Also, is this a new Erie? Is
By
this
the
what
way,
the Erie looked like at the beginning of the show?
This I can't recall, but I will say cinematic. This is beautiful. I
Mhm.
love the scene to see Caraxes flying to the Erie. You got the clouds, the mountains. I love it. I thought it looked great. But the story, I agree with Kings. It's kind of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What's
So
happening?
we get, as one tweet put it, our latest. Wait for it. Hang on. HBO, don't claim me. So we get our latest gay icon.
What? So 2 things. Maybe I missed this in the dialogue or I forgot. How did Damon know?
No what?
Why is he there?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know.
He shows up. He comes in aggressive. He pushes somebody out of the way. He barges into the, what do you call this? The throne room, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
And is like, where is she? Right? He's demanding answers. He wants his daughter or whatever. How does he know
So
that he needs to fly on Dragonback to the Eyrie to have this conversation?
because
about
I
Rhaenyra?
do think we later find out, it's literally like probably 10 seconds after this, that he heard rumors of the other dragon, and he knows that that's Sheep Stealer and Rhaena and her.
But rumors he charged in here and it made accusations on.
Well, I think so. This thing, I think he's terrified of what Rhaenyra is going to end up doing. I think
I'm
he's
just
terrified
saying-
that Rhaenyra ends up actually blaming him.
It's more weak links in the story.
It's 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he just barges in. I'm like, well, how did he find out? What the heck happened? What's going on? He heard she was seen. Breezy says that in the chat. He heard she was seen. I get that. But is that enough to warrant him just? Does that warrant this scene? That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm like, this is kind of weak. They could have done better with the storytelling here. Anyway,
Which,
I don't want
of course, we get the. I think it's this. I think it's right here. Hang
And
on.
who are these people? Obviously, we got Lady Aaron, but who's the other lady?
I honestly probably a girlfriend, seat warmer, something like that.
Clearly, it's a girlfriend.
Yeah,
I just like who?
I think it's just some shit.
Another worm?
No, I think it's just her favorite handmaiden or something like that. I'm trying to get to the scene.
Or that she would remain here in hiding.
She's I have to
of a
give
dragon
this
rider,
character
right?
credit.
No, she big fan of her. This actress, I have no idea who she is. I don't think I've ever seen her in something. Every scene she's been in, she's done. She is like
Lady Aaron is a freak.
embodied. Yeah,
She's
she
a
is
force.
embodied.
Excuse me.
What? So if you remember, honestly, I'll tell you what she kind of embodies. She kind of reminds me of Catelyn.
Catelyn Stark. I
Now,
was gonna say
Catelyn
that-
was obviously from the Riverlands.
yeah.
So it's weird for her to embody that. But she when you find out in the first season of Game of Thrones that they're going to the Vale, which her sister is in charge of, I'm expecting another Catelyn.
yeah.
And we don't get that. Also, do men survive? Someone in the chat, let me know, because I don't do. Are there any men that actually survive being in charge of the Vale? Because every time we see a ruler of the Vale, with the exception of Robin at the very end of season 8, it's a woman.
I mean, Robin's kind of
Yeah, but right at the end, he's a little better.
little.
When he in season 6, he's definitely like
He's
he's
kind of
got an extra chromosome or
kick in the
something.
face.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Well, I mean, that's what happens. Well, I imagine that's probably what happens when you are sucking milk out of your mom's tit for 10 years.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't either. But we get this, and I tell you what, I almost punched somebody. I almost went to look for somebody to punch when I heard this.
In the Vale. The villagers gossip of a wild girl in the mountains living amongst nettles and sheep.
I
Then she-
wanted to punch a bitch. Sorry, Lady Aaron. I wanted to punch somebody because nettles. They said nettles. Oh my god! That's that's what that writing room thought we were gonna do.
Yeah. That
She
that
said
was
the thing.
basically in the writing. They said we'll just refer to Nettles. Audience will get it. The book readers will get it that this is Nettles, and we can move on.
So fucking dumb. But she's very
That's all
good.
that was. That's
Um,
their creative writing. Just throw the word nettles in there to make a description. Nettles and sheep. So what did we determine nettles were? Like weeds? Some
Yeah,
flower or something?
they're green vines that grow in Ireland.
All right.
And,
So
well,
she's
and England.
she's frolicking around green vines and sheep.
Very much so. Yep.
Great writing.
Honestly,
I think
it
they
sounds
just
like
like the word nettles
they're trying to do that.
and tie it into the.
I love that. I heard someone say that last night on Neurotics thing. Skid Row Reyna. That holy shoot, man, that was wild. So now we get to the other part of the love triangle that I feel like they're trying to force on us
I don't even like this.
between Bella, Adam, and Alan. And so this is the thing that kind of annoys me about this. Okay.
I'm not even interested.
Incest is a big part of being a Targaryen. Okay. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if you're born a Targaryen, someone says, hey, just so you know, you're going to have sex with your sister, dude. Or if, from what I can remember, I don't think there's any times that it's a generational relationship. I don't think you see moms marrying their sons or sons marrying their moms. I don't think we see that. It seems to always stay in the generation, which tells me they know at least something about genetics. But this entire thing, siblings and cousins, Sean says, this entire thing is it just feels like they're trying to create a Targaryen thing that doesn't need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
It feels very forced, and it doesn't need to be there. I don't know. I have no interest. I have no. There's several like characters in any kind of TV show, and you're like, oh, what's going on with this one? Oh, okay, they're jumping back to this story. Okay, this I have zero interest in. There's no weight to it. There's no bearing to it. There's nothing that's going to add to the story of the Dance of Dragons.
Well, and I tell you, I think they're trying to create tension to explain something that happens later. And they don't need to.
Yeah.
Like assuming the thing, there's a couple of things that could happen. Bella is supposed to end up marrying Alan. And Alan's supposed to become heir to Driftmark. Adam does something incredible. So, but then Bella gets married to Alan to prevent the regents from using her as a prop to gain legitimacy to the king at the end. They're creating stuff to justify things they're not going to show us. So there's no reason to do it. If you're not going to let me see the payoff, I don't want to see the windup. Like, that's so dumb.
I agree. I don't know. I'm just not with it. When they this is a pee break.
Absolutely. Half the episode's a pee break.
When they go to this story and it's Bella and she's flirting with one of the brothers and the other brother's flirting with her and whatever, I'm like, all right, it's time to get a drink or go pee or get a snack. I have no interest in it. It's not holding any weight. Like, come on.
And then, of course, their dragons react to seeing Sheep Stealer. And the thing that blows my mind here, and let me
Figure of
make
speech,
sure,
Sean. I don't really get up. I'm just saying. Man,
I want to
I'm
make
saying
sure.
anything in these streams.
Yeah. And again, so this is the thing that's so dumb. I mean, how far do you think Sheepsealer is from them?
How far? I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, I mean, we can see what 8 miles, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's probably 7 miles away.
If
you know,
that.
she has the fastest dragon in Westeros. And they see, and so they see Sheepsealer and they decide, let's go tell Rhaenyra. Not, let's the two of us with 2 big dragons go after her.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I got nothing. I can't argue that. I've been trying
So,
to
Alicent
defend
and
the
Aemon.
show for a while,
Yep.
and I just can't anymore.
Alicent and Aemon back at it.
Now we jump.
Now we're jumping again. It's been 30 minutes. He's fully dressed now, ready to kind of greet his mom and kind of figure out why she's there.
I'm just messing with you, Sean. We good, right? I'm checking in with the chat. Sorry. We good, Sean, right? I was just messing. Sorry. All right, go ahead. I'm sensitive.
So this is one of the things that you and I were kind of complaining about. So we get Aemon coming to, let me mute this now, coming to thank Captain Price. I don't even remember his name. But coming to thank probably the Lord Commander of Rhaenyra's Queensguard, who has snuck into, or who has walked with Alicent the entire way from Harrenhal. Again, guys, we're talking, so this is 180 miles. This is 180 miles on my map. Okay.
What are you holding up?
It's a free movie ticket. So literally we'll measure with anything except
a tape measure?
Metric. So 180, it's about 180 miles from King's Landing to IVN. And then from IVN to Harrenhal is a little bit over 180 miles. So 340 miles. Did I do that math right? Something like that. 360 miles to Harrenhal from King's Landing. And she made it in a couple of days. I just don't see that as being a thing. But we have Aemon here, who is the second or third best swordsman in the entire land. Has fought some of the greatest swordsmen ever. And doesn't know who this man is on sight. I just think that's bad writing. I think if this guy showed up to walk into Jaime Lannister's camp, Jaime Lannister would cut his throat right there because he'd know exactly who he is.
Well, even if he's with the other side.
Yeah. If an enemy combatant showed up,
everybody that much, I'm gonna argue that point. I'm just gonna
so
let's say he's Rhaenyra's guy.
It's only been the other side for 2 years. He's such a good fighter that you don't gain those skills over 2 years. Let's say a year, really, because Sir Eric and all the other ones were already on her side. This guy's new.
So you're saying that Aemon should be aware of all the great swordsmen,
top 150 swordsmen,
yeah.
Because they're all people that he would consider a threat to him.
All right, that's fair. He would know.
It's kind of like what Baelor said. Yeah, it's like what Baelor said when Maekar asked him. How do you remember? A freaking hedge knight. I make it a purpose to know all people who are pitted against me. Damon would have done the same, or Aemon would have done the same thing. So he ends up Adrian Redford. Yeah, we had to look that up last week. Completely forgot his name.
Unless he's an assassin, right? They're going to keep those guys, their identities quiet, right?
Probably, but would you make an assassin the Lord Commander of your Kingsguard? Queensguard?
No.
And
No,
I
you
think
gotta
that's
keep
what he
the-
is.
You got to keep them anonymous.
Yeah, but he's following her everywhere after like episode 4.
Okay. I've
So,
argument.
so Aemon doesn't trust him, but not because he thinks not because he knows him or thinks he's up to anything, but because he's afraid that someone else will find out about the secrets.
What secrets?
We don't know. But remember, right about here, he says there are secrets here and no one else can know about them. Oh,
Well,
you know what? It's probably the eggs.
Well, also, okay, there's that, but
Yeah.
he's got a bounty on his head too, so he's not going to trust
True.
anybody.
Good point. Yeah.
And I get that. I get his position. Even if he knew who the guy was, he's not going to trust anybody because he's got a bounty. They got dragon eggs. There's some weird crap going on with all these dreams and visions and Alice and all that stuff. And Aemon is ruthless. This is the character we've known Aemon to be forever in this show. This is not a surprise that he did this.
No, I agree. I wasn't shocked to kill. I knew the second he was there, he was not. He was dying within like the next 5 minutes.
Well, or there was going to be a fight. I thought he was going to start swinging a sword, and maybe this is where the fight happens. But the guy got played for a fool. He just like right up through the chin. Breezy says, I was hoping for a sword fight. I was too. I thought he would draw a sword or something and some sort of like
swords are too phallic-y. Sarah Hess would never put sword fights into the show.
If the guy's a good swordsman, a warrior, a fighter, I just think he would be able to anticipate something. Maybe I don't know. I thought
he should go out better.
Yeah, a little bit. I get, Aemon's got to have the upper hand, right? He's Aemon Targaryen, but the guy did nothing. Your grace.
So now we jump again to Corlys Velaryon in Templeton.
This is
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
You're going to get copyright strike now.
Dude, if they copyright strike me for singing that, then bravo, then I am awesome. But I think you hit that perfectly. This is the filler scene. This is all the setup. This is setup that should have happened 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense because Corlys has not switched sides yet. Corlys doesn't switch sides until what should be episode 1, maybe 2 of next season.
Should be.
So this entire thing, and he switches sides for kind of a noble-ish reason, instead of we'll give you money. Like that's just BS.
Yeah,
and especially because, it sort of makes sense if you put yourself in that world and you don't know what Corlys has just decided. But prior to being kidnapped, Corlys has just decided to return to his duty as Hand of the Queen. And you think 5 days later he's going to change his mind, all because he's been slightly uncomfortable?
Right. But why would they sit him down for dinner?
I think they're trying to kind of do a whole, we're reasonable people. We're good people. We're not the evil people that Rhaenyra says we are.
But Ormond doesn't do that. He's an arrogant prick.
I mean, I think he does. He does that later with Ulf. He's been doing it with Ulf, apparently.
But I think he's just rubbing
the dinners,
it in
not
their
it.
face. I don't know. I thought the scene was weak. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. Again, it's something that 4 episodes ago kind of would have worked.
Might have.
But we've seen too much of Valerian. We've seen too much of Ormond be certain ways that it just doesn't. It just feels weird, especially at this point. Especially when we know that we're heading into a battle.
I think some of the lines in the beginning of that scene where he was talking about eating pork fat or something
yeah,
it's slippery.
Was that
wonders for the body?
Was that literally what it was? He was just eating fat.
Like, what are we even talking about here? It was just.
So this is just like fat. Have you ever met a human being that said, "Hey, you know what's real good for you? Go try that fat. You know that white stuff on your steak you cut off. Go just eat that.
Chew on that."
I mean, that's about as weird as taking out a stick of butter and eating it. I mean,
I have had foie gras though.
I don't know what foie gras is.
It's like duck fat.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of controversial, but it's they in some cases they they kind of force feed the duck to get it kind of fatty, and then
I was way off. It's a specialty food product made of the liver of a duck or goose.
Yeah.
According to French law, foie gras is defined as the liver of a duck or goose fattened by gavage, force feeding. Yeah, I can see how that could be.
It's a little controversial. Yeah.
So
he does not be very happy with me, but
yeah, he's enjoying his. Sorry,
it's good on steak.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I'd ever. I will never eat liver, so I'll never have it.
I'll try anything once.
You ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah.
Is that like a real oyster from the Rocky Mountains?
It's sure not oysters.
Is it a code word for something else?
I mean, it's not like it's not like an Urban Dictionary thing. Rocky Mountain oysters are
is that the testicles of goats?
Yeah,
or something?
Yeah, they're testicles of bulls. Yeah, they're just made from the testicles of bulls.
You know what? I have to stand by what I say. I may try a bite. It's just if people are eating them and they're loving them, I
don't know, man.
You might have to try a little pinch of one to see if.
I'll be honest. I kind of wish I had. I kind of wish I had looked it up because the only time I've ever seen Rocky Mountain oysters are in what's the movie with Chevy Chase? Is it Vacation, where he like breaks the record at that restaurant of the most Rocky Mountain oysters eaten?
I thought that was. Is that Fletch?
Is it Fletch?
It might be Fletch.
They're kind of the same character, so it's kind of hard for me to remember which is which. That's the only time, and what he was eating looked like meatballs. So I get where he was coming from.
And he was just tearing them up because he didn't know.
Oh yeah, he ate like 43. Good. Yeah, well, they were probably soaked in barbecue sauce or something.
I mean, you know.
Now, some people would say we got off track there, but no, because we were talking about what Ormond was eating. So we all circled back to this rather fine dinner that they're eating. To which Mr. Valerian says, "You know what? I'm tired of listening to your shit. You are full of it. The most hot air I've ever heard from." And Ormond was not happy.
And you see he's got the big blade in his hand.
Yep. And also, you call that a knife? That's a knife.
There's an accent. Aussie. Okay.
Yeah, I did literally about the best I could possibly do. So now we get good old Darren and Gawain discussing.
They hate Ormond.
Yeah, oh, they hate him. They're sick of him.
But the thing is, we've known this for like 2 episodes now.
Yeah. So again, this is an issue with editing. This should have been in 2 episodes. Was it?
Yeah.
No, last episode.
Yes.
When they literally, in fact, I would be willing to bet that this is shot or was supposed to be in that episode.
Yeah.
Freddie Fox has just gotten clean. He's finally having a meal because that's food in front of him. Why is there food in front of him when they've just had dinner or lunch or whatever meal they were having?
Absolutely.
So that's the food that he got to eat after he finally washed up. And that's Darren talking to him after in some final peace and silence from the outside world.
And does Darren wear anything else other than the green thing?
No. But none of them wear anything else than what you see them in.
All right.
Alicent has the most different clothes of anyone in this entire show. Entire universe, actually. Jon Snow wore the same thing every single time we saw him.
Every single time.
Alicent and Daenerys. They're the only ones that dress differently. Everyone else has the same exact clothing.
Yep. And they're just talking about how much they hate Ormond.
It's literally, I hate Ormond. I'm supposed to be the king, and yet he's making all the decisions.
Yep. And then next scene, we cut, and we're at the Black Council. Wait, now. Does she have any kind of bandage on her hand? Because one thing I was looking for in last episode, she cut herself on the throne. And I feel like in this episode, there has been no reference to that whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was so significant in last episode. And then in this episode,
people had been waiting for it.
Yes. And there was nothing. So I'm like, okay, there's a scene. There's her hand. Do we see anything? But no, she's tapping.
It's just her tapping away.
See nothing. No bandages. No nothing. Like they just dropped the ball again.
And Torrin Manderly completely sniffs it out.
Yeah,
completely figures it out that he has literally only been made Master of Coin so that he can be made a scapegoat. What I thought, I will give, I don't know who made the decision. Someone who's sick of Sarah Hess made a decision to, here we go, right here. Cut straight to Sarah Hess going, oh, don't look at me.
Yeah, and there's that. Oh my gosh, that looks like I didn't do it. Come on.
That's exactly what it is. Somebody is sick of Sarah Hess's bullshit on set and edited that in.
Unbelievable.
And of course, I'm sick of this council because she's trying to get an answer about where Daemon is, where their money is, all this stuff. And suddenly the stupid bitch shows up and says, Oh, what about Harrenhal? What about Harrenhal? Hello. You fucking get it. Just shut up. And again, why would she want Harrenhal? I get it. It's the biggest castle in the world. Makes your seat more powerful. Every family that has owned it has died.
Almost probably the most popular or known castle.
I mean, probably, yeah. But literally everyone that becomes owners of Harrenhal dies.
Besides the Red Keep, yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know why you'd want it. And I agree with Lady Aaron. Mysaria is the worst. Remember in the last episode when she did that whole how do you say that really annoyed me.
How do you say?
Oh yeah. God, dude, we still have 2/3 of the episode to go through.
Well, hurry up, man.
So Adam and Bella show up to announce that they have found Sheepstealer in the Riverlands, and that must be why Damon left, because they were in the Riverlands, and Sheepstealer was in the Riverlands, not in the Vale. Because
but Damon has already been there. Like, they're just now coming back. Damon's already been to the Vale.
Right. Damon's going to the Vale to figure out why she let her leave.
But who told Damon that?
Damon heard a
rumor.
Yeah.
See, we're having to figure this out. It's just
But so this thing, we should have to figure it out, but it should require people to sit down and literally piece everything together. There should be a level of exposition
and
where
look at White Worm.
Yeah.
Looking at them like, huh? What is it that you say?
I mean, she's probably just freaked out. She's never seen two of them together before.
Nobody likes her, I don't think.
I can't believe I said that.
I don't think anybody likes her.
No one likes her, and she knows. And I loved her getting told off later. We'll talk about that in a second. But she's telling them, or they're telling Rhaenyra that we found Sheepstealer. Instead of going after them, we have flown 3 days to come back here. And now we're all going to go fly over there. I mean, make it make sense, dude.
Yeah.
And so now you've got Mysaria trying to solidify her position even more.
Well, by trashing Damon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which, look, it's just not going to work, guys.
She's just trashing Damon. And then Rhaenyra finally stops her right on where you pause it. He has sworn to serve me, right? Like, just shut up is basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
And then she grabs...
Twice. Oh, yeah, she does.
She grabs Rhaenyra. And everybody's like...
I was kind of hoping to... I think it's just before that.
It's right before she says your grace. Yeah, right there.
Now, I got an issue with the Queen's Guard not reacting. You know, every other time, yeah, or at least made a step forward. Every other time we've seen someone place themselves in between the guard and the Lord, they've reacted in a way. I understand she's a member of the council. She's walking with her, having a conversation. You're not going to put the queen, people, and then the person she's having a conversation with. I get that. That's dumb. But they should have, at the very least, stepped forward, and they should be flogged and hanged for not doing anything.
I agree. They had no reaction. Even though she's on the council, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Somebody put their hands on the queen. Exactly.
But yeah, she is just begging her not to, begging Rhaenyra not to trust David. And it's not working.
I have an observation. It's a little mean, but she looks like she's gained some weight. Is she pregnant?
Mysaria?
The actress.
Oh,
I don't think the character is pregnant, but I'm wondering if the actress is pregnant. Even her, like...
Well, y'all, a lot of y'all had said that at the beginning of the season, that everyone looks a little heavier.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sonia,
she just looks so skinny in previous seasons. Pregnant. I'm like, there's something different about her. Like, I think she might be...
Received public congratulations for her pregnancy around August 2025. Viewers and fans know that her growing bump was visible during the filming and airing of subsequent episodes.
There it is.
So yeah, she's pregnant. You know what? I had thought of that because when she's walking up the
Right
steps,
there.
she does look a little bumpy.
Yeah, there's a bump there, and they've got the costume. Yeah, see
Yeah,
that big giant.
yeah,
belt?
right
That
there,
is
right
pretty
above. Yeah, so and then you got this kind of fluffed out.
Yeah, that's there to
Yeah.
mask the bump.
Uh-huh.
Now, furthermore, she does this scene with Rhaenyra with a baby bump just to add to it.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second because look,
Oh man, this is great. More wine.
I'm just gonna say I've never done it that way. So now we get to the thing that I have been waiting for 5 episodes. Aegon. And Aegon and Clubfoot and Lannister are walking along the road from Rook's Rest to Maidenpool. So just to remind everyone, here's Rook's Rest, and here's Maidenpool.
And they're still talking about what to do. Lannister's still standing his ground, saying we need to get out of here.
I think
Rock.
And I think that's partly because from Maidenpool they could easily catch a boat from Maidenpool up to Derry and hop on the River Road and get to Casterly Rock. But no, the plan is from Maidenpool to go to Bravos. They did say Bravos, right? Yes, to go to Bravos. And that's the plan, and it's a decent plan.
Yes, they say Bravos.
But we get the best scenes. And I will tell y'all what. Lannister is, but actually both Lannister and Clubfoot are probably the best actors in this episode.
They do really
because
well.
as good as what, yeah. But as good as what Aegon does, and there's parts of that speech we'll get into it. The dialogue is great. There's a lot of mistakes in that episode, that scene, but those two act in an incredible way together.
Yeah. But we basically see them encounter commoners going the opposite way.
Yeah, so they're heading towards Rook's Rest.
Yeah. And people are fleeing Rook's Rest. So they're like, what's going on? So they start having that discussion.
And that's it. That's literally it.
And that's it. And then we jump.
Now we jump back to Harrenhal. Who would have thought the goth girlfriend is not a fan of the mom? She does not like the mom being there to say, hey, are you sure about this girl?
Didn't see that one coming.
Right? Yeah, the weird girlfriend that likes to, if we're to assume that's what happened, likes to make her boyfriend think that he's having sex with his mom.
Yeah. It's a really weird shot. Just shortly in front of, I think shortly past this, where you see the three of them at this big giant table together with Aemon in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a wide shot. I don't know.
We definitely have one at the beginning.
I don't want you to get struck, but yeah, it's like right after this, you see the three, and it's really weird.
So this one,
like that, it centers up. If you had, I don't know, I'm just advance it 10 seconds. I don't know, but it does center up where you look at all three of them together straight on, but there's clearly tension, right there.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
And I tell you what's kind of funny, and you can kind of tell that he's kind of getting back to what back to his normalcy, because he's enjoying this. He likes that they're like that they don't like each other.
But man, if he doesn't get what he wants, boy, he lets it known that he is not happy, because I forget why she gets up. Or no, Alice says we're out of wood or something like that later in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He throws his plate across the table and as like I guess I got to go chop wood now.
It kind of comes out of nowhere too.
Yeah. So clearly, Alice
Second
doesn't
son
like the
syndrome.
mom. Mom doesn't like Alice,
Oh, yeah.
and Aemon's right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so this thing, I don't really have anything to say about this. This is just a filler scene.
Mhm.
It doesn't add to the story.
More filler.
We're
it's just
at,
setting the tone that they don't like each other.
yeah,
That's it.
we're at the point where every single thing should add to the story. And literally all this does is to confirm that Alice doesn't like Allison. Even
That's
though
it.
we already know that she doesn't like her, even though they haven't met, we know that Alice has had dreams or visions or whatever of Allison doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
So if this, all this leads is to Alice telling him, "Hey, there's a fog that surrounds her. She's here for something.
Right.
Like, don't trust her."
And we get all that. And the whole thing I was thinking about while this scene was unfolding, because I get it already. Alice doesn't like her. Allison doesn't like her. I get it. I just want to know who made dinner. Did Alice make all that food?
Yeah,
did,
probably.
Did Allison go in the kitchen? The Queen Regent? She didn't go in there. She doesn't know how to cook, right?
She's never cooked in her life.
So was it Alice? Do they have hands somewhere else? Because there's a lot of food there on the table, and they're all enjoying it.
I think it was Alice. I think she cooked.
Interesting. Yeah, it's up for debate. Breezy says they have servants. I don't know.
And so Allison uses the time that they're away, chopping wood and plotting.
Alice says we don't have any wood. Is that a little bit of a dig? Like, he couldn't perform. He threw her off.
No, I doubt it.
I'm just putting it out there. Like,
that's too much of a euphemism. So Allison is coming to the dead body of Sir.
I got it. Yeah, the guy that was supposed to be
Adrian Redfort.
Redfort.
Is coming to his body to get his knife because he needs to kill, or she needs to kill
a silly scene.
Aemon.
Very silly. There's no way she was going to successfully assassinate Aemon with a blade.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody would believe that who's watched this show.
Yeah. And so while getting it and trying to decide how she could do it, and even if she can do it, she looks up to see just for continuity, let's call them nettles.
Nettles.
She looks up to see some nettles and decides that what she's going to do is actually poison Aemon. Yeah.
Yeah. So she good, and it's smart on her. She can't handle a blade.
Yeah, especially
she has no skill with a blade. She couldn't even take out Rhaenyra with a blade.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She just hit her wrist a little bit.
Did she try that?
Yeah, when they had the whole fight over the sons. Like, your son.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is she sees it's actually Essence of Nightshade is the plant, right?
I mean, probably.
That's right. That's Helena, the foreshadowing that Helena spoke of to her kid about the essence of Nightshade. So she's like, okay. Now I don't know when she learned how to make the poison, but I guess she
it's Sarah Hex. She's always known how. She's a powerful woman.
So she just put the plants in the tea and then or the wine and
did it in a way that no one else there, because she carried her crucible and everything with her.
Because I feel like in Game of Thrones, there's a maester that talks about the essence of Nightshade, or maybe it's in House of Dragons. I don't know, but they always say like, it has to be just the right amount because too much would kill a person. Just enough would end the pregnancy. Not enough would do nothing. Something along those lines. I felt like they talk about this particular plant.
It's not.
So-
you know what Sean says? Who took Rhaenyra the tea after her dalliance with Cole? Was it Allison?
No, I thought it was one of the. I thought it was one of the maesters. Am I Breezy? Am I talking about two different things? Nightshade and Moon, am I talking about Moon Tea? Is that where they described it too much would kill someone and then
Grand Maester Melos personally carried the contraceptive tea to Rhaenyra's bedchamber.
Wait a minute. Is it the essence of Nightshade that they gave Tyrion when he was constipated? And the Maester says, yeah, you have to mix it just right to relieve your constipation. If you have too much, it'll kill you. And if it's just right, it'll relieve your constipation. Is that what I'm thinking of? I know that there was some dialogue where some Maester talks about not mixing the potion right. And a little bit helps you sleep. A little bit more releases your constipation. Too much will kill you.
1 drop soothes raged nerves when mixed with wine. 3 drops induces a deep and dreamless sleep. 10 drops acts as a lethal poison, which Cersei prepared to use on young Tommen and herself to avoid capture during the siege.
Yeah.
Tyrion, oh yeah, so the constipation scene is when Tyrion had tricked Pycelle into having a one-on-one audience because he's trying to that's when he's trying to figure out who the person is that's telling Cersei stuff.
Yeah.
And so he tells Baelish that Marcella's going to go one place. He tells
That's right.
He tells all of them different places. And
Great
he tells
scene, by the way.
Pycelle that in that meeting, in that one-on-one.
Yeah.
So yes, that's where that is. Little callbacks there. Nice.
Why do I remember this stuff? I don't.
Because it was good writing.
All right, so she knows how to mix the potion of Nightshade to, just put 1 million drops in there and, overkill. Make sure it's done.
Yeah, and that is
But
where we get.
Would you have been able to see that flower and know that that's essence of Nightshade? I guess because Helena was talking to her kids.
I think that's where we're supposed to. Yeah, I think that's where we're supposed to see it.
Gotcha.
But we get to what is the number one scene of the season. Is this the best moment of the season so far?
No.
What do you think is?
I think when Sunfire shows up.
Well, I'm kind of talking about this whole moment. Because from here to is all one thing for me.
This scene is, these scenes jump so quick. They don't let them play out long enough. But
and again, I think this goes to show that when all this is done, we're going to get some YouTuber that edits the entire 4 seasons down to a really great season. But these scenes of Lars and Aegon and Lannister together are great.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I think it's
the dialogue is exceptional.
Clubfoot basically admitting, look, I'm a cripple. I'm useless.
Yeah. And kind of taking charge of the legacy.
Yeah.
And them, and there's also kind of and look, I might be reading into this, but there's also kind of a acceptance of Aegon to letting Clubfoot take charge of that legacy.
Yeah.
Because Aegon believes he's about to die. Aegon truly believes, and so does Jason. They both believe they're going to die here. And they're ready to die.
And the Foot says, I will make sure your story's told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know?
and
Lannister is like, I don't want to die here, but you know what? I'm not going out like a coward. I'm
Mhm.
going to go out not as a traitor. I'm going to go out defending my king. This is my position. This is how I'm going out. So I'm going to stay here.
And also, I am very happy that Clubfoot did decide to leave, because could you imagine how dumb it would, how like kind
It
of
would
like
look
Disney
stupid.
super action it would look like? You have Aegon kind of just sitting there ready, Jason on one side, sword drawn ready, and Clubfoot just with half a foot yanked the wrong way, going, "Yay, let's go! I've never fought a day in my life, but let's go!"
It'd be really corny.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And he'd be hobbling around, and yeah, it'd be corny. So
Hang on. Breezy said, I heard Ryan Kendall say once, Aegon made his mind up to make his stand. That's when Sunfire comes back alive, because Aegon has awoken the dragon within him. So we'll hit on the dragon and life and thing when we get to that scene. But what's your thought here?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, I got me hyped. Like, okay, they're building up to something here. Can't wait to see what happened. I figured Sunfire was going to come back just because of the history, right? We're still not seeing him. So what the heck is happening here? When is this going to play out? But you could tell if you read the books or had an understanding of the history, you knew it was coming. So I thought it was a great buildup, good dialogue between the two. I'm glad the foot took off. He was useless anyway. And yeah, I agree with Breezy. Very surprised to see Lannister sticking around for all of this. And he did. He said, I'm gonna go out with my king. No one's gonna call me a coward. Like, all right, let's go. So, and then from there,
we
jump
get
again.
to the trailer. So this is the scene from the trailer that everyone's been waiting to see. The scream of the dragon, which I always thought this image looked dumb as shit.
Really?
So it looks, this thing, I get that Cyrax has a very, very long, Cyrax, right?
Caraxes.
No, Cyrax was Jace's dragon.
I thought that was Rhaenyra's dragon.
What? Fucking hell, dude. What am I doing? Dragons. Like every other episode, I have to do this. Vermax was Jace, Cyrax is Rhaenyra, and Caraxes was Dave. I was right the very first time.
You were.
The very first time I said it. Yeah.
Thank
so
you,
I
thank
get
you, Breezy. Hold on. Can you highlight Breezy's comment, please?
Which one? There's a lot of them.
The most recent one.
I will die as
no,
a
the
king.
most
Let's
recent
see.
one.
No, it's
No, the
Caraxes,
most
the
recent
bloodworm.
one.
Kings don't have another
Breezy's comment.
Sean, this Lee, I imagine you don't know what he's talking about here.
I don't.
This is the worst moment of my streaming career. I'll tell you about it later. But I always thought that this scene just looked weird. There this literal moment, because like I get that the neck is so much longer, which ends up being a pretty good thing in this fight, but it just seemed wrong, like proportionally wrong.
So this is one of those things where I like the cinematic element of it. I didn't like it for the story.
Yes, 100%. Look, it is an awesome thing to watch and see.
Yeah.
But then the second you start thinking about it, it's like, what?
Yeah, they wanted Sheep Stealer. Now that they found Sheep Stealer, it's like just kill it. Like let's just take it out. Forget it. Like no, like. And then you have the whole element of Rhaena, and I don't know. It didn't work right for me, but I like the action part of it. I thought that you
Yes.
isolate that outside of the story, and I think it looks kind of cool.
The cinematics, and finally, again, we've only seen dragons fight once.
Right.
The only other time we've seen dragons fight is at Rook's Rest. So we finally see another dragon fight, and it's pretty good. Like it is kind of exactly how I would imagine it goes.
Yeah.
But and Lady Aaron, echoes what we just said. The dragon fight, the fight is cool, but then you start like actually looking at it and seeing the conversation and how everything's kind of spin off of it. It's like, the fuck are y'all doing? This is dumb as hell.
And why is well, okay, so you're already there. Why is Rhaenyra there?
Because it's Moondancer, or sorry, because it's Sheep Stealer, and now she thinks that Daemon has lied to her.
But she's the queen. Why is she there in a battle with 3 other dragons? Potentially
Because she's a dumb queen. Again, look. So
Where's
I'm
Adam?
with Daemon. Adam is still on smoke against the background. He's just wearing black, and it is black, so it's kind of hard to see. Or
Where's
he's
Rhaena?
Rhaena is over here. So Rhaena's over here. Bella is who's not there.
Oh, Bella is who I meant. Rhaena's Nettles, right?
Yeah.
Rhaena Nettles. Bella's who. Where's
Reynolds.
Bella? Why didn't Bella?
Bella is, I guess, I don't know. Maybe she was tired.
She's the one that said we found Sheep Stealer with Adam. So
she was probably going to go see what the rest of the triangle looked like or thought.
Unless she's going to take the opportunity to go bang Alan.
Yeah. She wants to go see what the rest of the triangle looks like.
Is that what you meant by that? Sorry.
Yep. So this is one of the things that annoys me.
I didn't get that.
So I'm with Daemon. I think Daemon is in the right. But Daemon did betray Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra should be angry with Daemon. I think she should understand or be willing to try to understand. But she should be angry.
She should be angry, but you cannot expect a father to betray his daughter.
100%. So the thing, this should be one of those things that starts turning her into, let me get it right this time, Maegor with tits. She should start getting angry, burning stuff, raising taxes, doing all this stuff that makes the small folk angry with her. And she refuses to do any of it because they don't want to make her. I saw something on Twitter. They don't want her to become angry, vengeful, ambitious, or ruthless. Even though those are 4 adjectives that perfectly describe Rhaenyra towards the end of her rule.
Right.
And letting her do that, letting her have this anger instead of constantly being like, well, I don't know what to do. Look, Daemon's doing what he needs to do. I don't know what to do, is all robbing her of her, what's the word? Agency. You want her to have actual agency? Then also, now that I think about it, there's not been, I don't think there's been one scene where Rhaenyra has talked to another woman that hasn't been about a guy. So the show, at least for Rhaenyra, doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
A scene where she talks to a woman.
So you know what the Bechdel test is?
No.
It's this test. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's this test that some guy created as a joke that has now been taken very seriously in Hollywood. That in order for women to have agency and for it to be like a good thing for a woman, then 2 female characters have to have a conversation, and they have to not be about and the conversation has to not be about a guy. Yeah,
I'd have to go back.
I mean, most of them are her and I guess maybe there's some with Allison. Yeah, but almost every conversation with White Worm is about Daemon.
Yeah. Allison, it would be about her sons.
Yeah. I just thought about that. completely interrupted everything. But yeah, so this entire thing, they're constantly robbing Rhaenyra of opportunity to evolve as a character. They've locked her this entire season. She's been locked in a I don't know what I'm doing kind of role, which is robbing her of the growth, even though it's bad, negative, terrible growth she gets. It's robbing her of this agency that George gave her. And they, Sarah Hess as a feminist should be sitting there going, oh, we need Rhaenyra to grow and become better and all this stuff, or we at least need her to, grow in general.
Yeah.
And she stayed. She's the same character in every single season. In season 1, she does not change after she becomes Emma Darcy. Millie Alcock kind of changed. We got to see the ups and downs. Now again, whenever Millie Alcock, and I don't think Emma Darcy's Rhaenyra ever had to make a decision, but every single time Millie Alcock's Rhaenyra made a decision, it never had true effects to it because she wasn't. It wasn't the final decision. Every single decision still had the power of the king behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So no one had to, if she made a bad decision, then Viserys could just fix it. We don't get that anymore. And I think that's one of the reasons why she's so in a constant state of unsureness.
Yeah. She's all over the place. She's angry. She feels betrayed.
Lady, Aaron, it's just a rumor. He doesn't actually start doing it, or we don't know if he does it. It's literally a rumor that she hears.
He's not going to hook up with his daughter.
Oh yeah, well that's definitely not happening.
And Rhaena looks a mess.
Oh, Skid Row, dude, Skid Row.
Like they really turned her into a mess,
Yeah.
And Daemon looks defeated. This is the first time we see Daemon like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, also,
and Matt Smith plays this great. I feel like the look on his face, the acting in this scene, Matt Smith is awesome. Where he's just like, I am so torn. I've got Rhaenyra, the queen, who I'm loyal to, but I have my daughter who I'm trying to protect. I don't know which way to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's throwing it out there. Yes, Breezy's right on. He's trying to do the right thing, but the right thing caused him to betray his queen. And
which is the wrong thing.
And if he didn't, it would be the wrong thing. Then he'd betray his daughter. I mean, he's torn up, and there's no right here for Daemon, and he knew it, but he did it anyway.
So we get Reddles here, or I guess the end of Reddles. So now we can go back to Rhaena. I was trying to get a little bit of a better shot of Reddles.
Oh, look at Daemon. The backing up. It's so great.
There we go.
So I feel like these dragons feed off the emotions of their riders.
Okay, so I got a big problem with this. So my main issue with this fight is someone give me the answer for the relationship between dragons and their riders, please. Because clearly we don't have one. I saw, where was this thing? I wrote down something I saw that I thought nailed this perfectly.
Well, just to put this scene in perspective of my feelings of the emotion bearing weight, Rhaenyra had the most intense emotion of the group.
Yeah.
Syrax is the dragon that started the whole fight with the breathing fire. So that I'm basing it on that alone, where you can see how the others act. Rhaenyra's a mess. Sheepstealer's a mess. Sheepstealer,
but also
Sheepstealer's wild. But still, you could see how they both are. They're meant for each other because they're both a mess. Right?
Yeah. So I feel like one of the things that's dumb about this is, Rhaenyra should be pretty upset, but she should also in this moment realize that she's got another opportunity to take another lead here. She's got kin that wants to pay the debt she owes back. And that kin has a dragon. A dragon
get an opportunity
that is also bigger than all of Rhaenyra's dragons.
She didn't. Well, not Vermithor.
That's right. The Sheepstealer is the fourth biggest dragon. Because Vermithor, I think, is the third biggest. Cannibal is the second biggest, but we never see Cannibal.
I don't feel like we ever got that moment for Rhaena to say that.
Right, but why not? Why didn't we? And why didn't Daemon, who is this great military mind, go, well, don't kill. Another dragon.
Okay, so I get it. I get what you're saying. I feel like Rhaena should have been having diarrhea of the mouth in this scene.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
I haven't heard that in a long time, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm old. Daemon, I think, played it right on the money. He was overly cautious. Like, if I say the wrong thing, I have screwed up royally, and I'm already on thin ice.
Yeah.
And so that's the look, the feeling I got from Daemon. Like, I have to play this very carefully. I'm not going to say anything. But Rhaena went and did the same thing. I'm just going to drop to my knees.
Yeah, I'm just going to. No one said anything.
That's right.
They let the dragons react. Who's in charge here?
Opportunity wasted, right? And then Rhaenyra's
are the people in charge or are the dragons in charge?
Rhaenyra's emotions came out. She's yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
She's yelling at Daemon. You will never have an opportunity to betray me again. She's yelling at Rhaena. You were on Sheepstealer? Are you kidding me? So her emotions are at an all-time peak. And Syrax said, you know what? Time to breathe some fire, and just took matters, right, and just started acting on that. I think there's a emotional connection that these dragons feed off their riders. Everyone else was a bit cautious. Rhaena was scared. Sheepstealer acted scared.
Yeah.
Right? Adam didn't do anything. He was just kind of cautious.
Smoke was just kind of like clocking everything and
like, let me just hang back.
Shouting a little bit.
Was irrelevant, really.
Yeah, no, I agree with you that it does sort of feel like in this scene that the dragons feed off of the emotions of their dragon riders.
Yeah.
But in every other time we see dragons, they don't. Also, dragons are supposed...
Caraxes was not scared, Breezy. No, Caraxes wasn't scared. Caraxes was ready to defend himself. And I think Daemon even had to turn to his dragon and say, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
So he calms him down at the beginning when it's just him and Rhaena.
Right. Right. That's how Daemon is. Daemon's like, I don't think Daemon's scared. He's just like, how do I play this?
Well, and so this is the other thing. So, and this could be a failure. It's just the fact that we don't really have enough to tell us. We don't have enough examples of the dragon rider relationship. But if you're truly bonded, which it would appear that Rhaena and Sheepstealer are, even though Sheepstealer is a wild dragon, it would appear that they are truly bonded because we know for a fact that you can't fly a dragon you're not bonded with, which is why something is going to happen in 2 episodes. But if that's the case, then that means that we can base part of the relationship between Dragon and Dragon Rider off of what happens with Daenerys and Drogon. The second Daenerys feels threatened at all, when they're in that pit, Drogon shows up to rescue her. Yep. Literally the second it happens. Now, of course, you could argue why doesn't. Well, I mean, we know why the other two don't show up because they're still chained below the pyramid. But Drogon shows up, rescues her, and takes her the fuck out of there. If that bond is so strong, why does Sheepsealer willingly leave Rhaena?
When? You mean at the
literally in about 2 minutes? Now, yeah, beaten, torn, all that stuff. I get it, but none of these dragons would do that.
Well, I think. Well, a couple things. I think it's still a wild dragon.
You think it's just a lesser version of that relationship?
Yeah, I think the wild. It's like taming a
shrew,
a wild animal. No, not the shrew. A dire wolf. You know, you can't really. You can to some extent, but you never get a fully tamed animal like you would a domesticated dog or cat, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to piece the story together at this point. But also the dragon was under attack by 3 other dragons. It's not like, you know what? I'm going to leave you guys here and fly after my rider.
I mean, it's been like 6 months too. Let's not forget this. It's 6 months between. It's obviously a year between 130 and 131.
Right.
We're about 6 months out from Battle of Templeton, or sorry, the Battle of the Gullet. Battle of the Gullet and the first Battle of Templeton are about 5 to 6 months from each other. So, I mean, yeah, it's but Adam's been with this dragon for 7 months. 8 months. I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge the passage of time in this show, but they're not. Adam has not been bonded with Sea Smoke that much longer than Reddles and Sheepsealer are. But sure, wild dragon. I will grant you that. But how long has it been since Sea Smoke has been bonded with a dragon? When was Sea Smoke's last? Sea
Smoke was still never deemed a wild dragon, though, was he?
No, he wasn't. But like, I would imagine, if it had been 40 years, I don't know who the last rider of him was. Laenor. That's right, Laenor. Laenor. It'd been.
Lady Aaron says the riders have Vhagar screw off on Aemon as well. But I think to Kings's point, Aemon is not under duress. Aemon is just at Harrenhal. So Vhagar right now is feeling
Vhagar doesn't have that. Plus, I don't.
He's saying,
do we know that Vhagar has actually fucked off?
Well, we don't, but Vhagar's not shown himself, right?
Yeah.
So Rhaena's literally being kidnapped and screaming and resisting, not wanting to go, clearly in duress, and Sheepstealer didn't really do much to stop it or
but yeah, so it had been
Vhagar has dementia too. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, it's probably been 10, probably about 10 years since Sea Smoke had a rider. Who, by the way, how does Adam of Hull claim Sea Smoke when Laenor is not dead? Laenor must be dead.
That's a product of the writing, but Sea Smoke claimed him.
Well,
watch the show.
I did, unfortunately. I see what you're saying there, but I mean, how long has it been since Vermithor had a rider?
Oh, that's been a long time.
So King Jaehaerys the First. So it's been all of Viserys' reign. Viserys becomes king in like 101, right? Yeah, like 40 years. So 40 years is a long time. And considering Vermithor is not that old compared to other dragons, I believe.
Yeah.
Vermithor, let's see, he's 96 years old at the time of his death. So, born 34, has Jaehaerys as his rider for, I guess, probably his entire life. And then just nothing for 40 years. I feel like you'd go a little crazy.
Well, that's why Damon had to sing to it to try to get it used to having a rider around.
Good point. Damn.
That's why Damon was there.
All going back to good writing in season 1.
See?
So
I know
we do need to kind of hurry it up. So we get this fight. What do you think of the fight?
I thought it was awesome. Again, cinematic stuff, great stuff. Parts of it looked a little. The CGI came out a little bit, but I mean, it's a TV show. I was happy with it.
It is easy to miss.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. If you don't want to see it, it's very easy to miss it.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. I thought this is exactly how this sort of fight should go. Again, It's a really dumb decision because you have a chance to get another dragon that's the 3rd or 4th biggest dragon in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, super dumb. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't work with the stories that are really trying to be told, but looked brilliant.
Look great. Caraxes being the oddball dragon because he's all kind of elongated.
He's all neck.
Yep. Really put up the fight.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff there. Poor Sheep Stealer, man. Like he's
definitely
just being a dragon, man.
So this scene, there's a lot of things here. Okay, so when Daemon shows up and stops Rhaenyra, stops Rhaena, and they have their little confrontation before Adam and Rhaenyra show up. I'm really worried. So they have a conversation where they basically say, let's go get Vhagar. I'll come with you. We'll go get Vhagar. And then we'll go to the queen. Which I think means that the Battle of the God's Eye is going to be really bad. I think it's going to be really stupid. I think they've ruined the Battle of the God's Eye.
Won't know until it gets here.
Do what?
We won't know until it gets here.
That's true. Which will be next season.
I'm not going to condemn it.
But Sheep Stealer's basically dead here.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think Rhaena is going to have one last adventure as Reddles. Go to find Sheep Stealer. She's going to be sitting there sometime freaking out about losing this bond that she's been wanting for so long. She's going to leave the castle and go try to get Sheep Stealer again. Sheep Stealer is going, and she's then going to, she's then going to go try to go get Vhagar to redeem herself. Daemon and Caraxes are going to find out what's happening. They're going to go after her, and that's where they're going to meet Vhagar over the God's Eye. And he's going to make the decision that he makes that involves gravity. To save Rhaena. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay. It's fair. I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to play out. I mean, they've just gone through so many different avenues with these stories. It's just really hard to predict anymore.
Oh, it's entirely hard. So now we get to what is actually one of my favorite scenes in the show, and it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite scenes because it was shit, but Mysaria finally gets told off.
Yeah,
her henchman, I guess.
Her madam.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe in charge of some brothel or something.
She's madam of the brothel, right? That's where Aegon went. Wasn't she the
Aemon?
Aemon, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Aegon
Yeah.
too. He went there and
Oh yeah, they
found
both
Aemon
went.
and gooped on
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. So, and yeah, you can really see that pregnancy in this scene.
Yes.
Once the darkened, yeah. I mean, that's very blatant.
Yeah.
But she's sitting here, and this woman completely figures it out. She's trying to like rebuild her power that she thinks she's lost, and this woman just calls her out. Like, "Are you brought me here to make me think you are some powerful person?"
We can summarize this scene real quick and move on to the next.
Yeah,
She
go right ahead.
basically tells a white worm, listen, I don't care where you're at. A whore is always going to be a whore.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. That's exactly what she does.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Lady Aaron. Yeah, I brought that up a little bit ago. Like, the actress looked a little like heavier, a little fuller in like the face because she's been very, very thin in previous seasons. And then Kings looked it up, and sure enough, I think she was pregnant during the filming. I was like, thought so. I noticed the glow, a very motherly, womanly glow, and just call that out. So she gets checked by the madam.
She gets checked. What's up, Dingus? So Rhaenyra and who's the other dragon? That might be Sea Smoke. Maybe it's is that Sea Smoke right here? That could be. So they fly back.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be because Adam.
Adam took.
Adam escorted her.
Yeah.
So Cyrax and
Sea Smoke.
Yep, and Sea Smoke are there to are landing in the dragon pit. It's very big. Don't forget about the dragon pit. There's a reason Cyrax is here.
2-second scene. Rhaenyra storms off. I don't want to see her. Just take her to her room.
This is literally this is what I think. I think this scene is literally for me and book readers to go, ooh. Because this is the dragon pit, and Cyrax is now in the dragon pit. So I literally think that's all it is. Sundowners for 20 says Condal and Hess not only don't care about following the book, they intentionally are telling a different story.
Sundowner, the big 1999.
And he's right. Yep.
Thank you, Sundowner.
They don't care about the story. They genuinely. I wish Sundowners had enough time in his life to also do videos on this, because they would be probably the most entertaining things you could watch.
This scene looks like Rhaenyra is just. I'm pouting. I mean, I'm
literally. It is literally them throwing crumbs at the book readers and saying hi, and then moving right on.
As queen, to say I don't want to see her right now. It's just like I'm not speaking to you.
Who are they saying that she's there for?
Say that again.
Who does she not want to see?
Rhaena. There's Rhaena being dragged right behind her. Take her to her chambers. Find a room for her or something, she says. I don't want to see her.
Find her a room.
Yeah,
I don't want to see her. Okay.
Room. I don't want to see her. And then she's being dragged. And then like that, then that's it. And where does it go? We go back to Harrenhal again for the 10th time. And you've got Aemon sword fighting with nobody again.
Mm-hmm. To which Rhaenyra Alicent shows up to again commit her 5th attempt at patricide, one of the greatest sins you can commit in this world. I mean, this is worse than violation of Zeus's law. I mean, worse than violation of the visitor's right. Remember when Catelyn tells Robb, make sure you eat what is it? Salt and water. Because the guest rights, the entire idea is that you provide guest rights. You do something to harm a guest, and your family is cursed. You do something to harm kin, and your entire house is cursed.
Yeah. And
she's just, I'll just go commit some patricide. Episode 5. That's all. She's just terrible at this.
Yeah, I don't even know, but they do some things that connect the previous scenes. Like, so she brings him the wine,
mm-hmm.
and then she reaches up and touches his face, like she did in the scene where it was actually Alice and not her, just before.
Yeah, but then also before no, I got it, man. I got it.
All right, I'm just trying to be descriptive here, you know?
Yeah. And then like 7 episodes ago, before when they do their first makeout session, hard kiss.
See you, Breezy.
Real quick, Breezy says, "Good night, guys. I have to work tomorrow. Hail, Kings and gents. See you guys after the finale.
One more week,
buddy.
Check out my stream Thursday, Breezy. Big stream Thursday on the Gentleman's Lounge. We'll talk about that at the end of this.
And if he's smart, he'll go ahead and post the link.
Oh yeah, I don't think I
we've got you do. We took care of that last week.
Not
so Alicent finally finishes committing patricide. She gives Aemon the poisoned spice wine after kind of making him think of simpler times when he was a child. And all he would do is drink a little bit of spiced wine and go to sleep. Which, might I say, that giving your child wine, I don't know. I don't think I would give a kid wine.
I would.
But I'm not Catholic, so.
It just depends. Well, how old is Aemon?
Aemon now is old enough, but she talks about how, this is what I would give, this is what we would give you or for you to be able to go to sleep when you were a child.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Hey, ABF just raided. What's up, ABF and chat?
Dude, that guy's great.
ABF is terrifying.
He's great.
He's terrifying because I don't know if I know anyone that streams more than that guy. And that's a little terrifying sometimes. But what's up, guys? We are maybe getting close. I mean, we still have 17 minutes left of this episode. It's been 3 hours, dude. So now we're in Rhaenyra's bedchamber, where she's arguing with Daemon. Daemon's trying to explain why and how and everything like that. And this is, I think, the very first time that she has really kind of pushed against Daemon manipulating her in a way. Like, Daemon's always kind of known what to do. And what he doesn't, or what she's not letting him do anymore, is explain why he did what he did. What's up, Cole Hauser?
Cole Hauser in the chat. That's my guy right there, man.
The only cool Canadian.
Love that guy. Hey, look, real quick. That's for Cole Hauser right there.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Let's go.
40th anniversary coming up. You ready to be fight again?
Devastated all over again? No. But they are adding a little cutscene at the end that might be kind of interesting. So
it's literally the cutscene from like 2 seasons later.
Hey, man, just we know the reality, okay? Don't hurt the fantasy. I'm just saying, like, calm down over there.
So Rhaenyra dismisses Daemon for the night. Her bed will not be warmed by Daemon for probably a while. But that's okay, because she's got another person to warm her bed. I'm sorry.
This was dumb. I did not like this. This was so dumb.
Why do you think this was dumb?
I wanted them to argue. The chemistry with these two characters is so good. I wanted them to go at it. I wanted Daemon to fight for his daughter. I wanted her to feel betrayed. I wanted the rage to start coming out. I wanted Daemon.
They can't do that because they don't want Rhaenyra to get angry.
They don't want Rhaenyra rage. To get angry.
Yeah, but see, this is the difference between someone that actually gives a shit and someone that just wants to insert themselves. Half that writer's room is probably a bunch of gay lesbians who just see themselves in Rhaenyra, and that's why they're like, we can't be mean, so we're just going to make sure she's never mean.
All I'm saying in this was the opportunity for Rhaenyra to go off, Daemon to try to argue a legitimate point. It's my daughter. What do you expect? And Rhaenyra to go off saying, I don't care that it's your daughter, right? I'm the queen. This is my legitimacy. This is whatever. We see the rage. And to where Daemon, who's this warrior, now I get a look of expression in his face where he's like, what am I married to right now? You know, a little bit of, not fear because Daemon's not afraid, but this little bit of concern, this little bit of confusion of who is this woman? This is not the Rhaenyra that I once knew. This was the opportunity for this to take place.
Yeah.
And he just sat there and was just like, it's my daughter. I what am I supposed to do? I'm sorry.
They cucked him.
I'll leave. Bye.
That's what this is. This is the cucking of Daemon Targaryen.
But then she goes to White Worm.
No, not yet, because we have to go from this to another cut of Bella and Reddles, soon to be Rhaena. Bella
why is she so forgiving? Just because
Bella has just found out, or at least within, I would say it's just found out that her sister is responsible for the death of her soon-to-be husband. Should be a little angry,
a little bit,
not so quick to, and that's not so
here's
quick
what I
to
don't
forgive.
Like. This is the other.
You've been through a hard time, honey.
This is the other thing I don't like. Rhaena has never explained herself. Rhaena has never finished the sentence.
She's never finished the sentence.
I thought I could control the dragon, and I failed. She never explained that.
She gets like half of an excuse out every single time, and then either stops or gets interrupted and never continues.
And that's it. Nothing. And they're all like, well, you're my sister. No. What the heck did you do? Explain yourself. And then hear it out. Then work it out. Then talk it out. Then whatever.
Some anger would be nice. Again, what's the word? Agency. Having the same character copied and pasted on top of everyone, and all you do is up and down their hues is not agency. Naggardall for 10 says finger raid.
A big 1-0 right there, finger raid. Thank you, Naggardall.
You gotta be careful there, buddy.
Naggardall.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time I heard that name, and I said, "What'd you call me?"
I say it properly.
I've heard people say it quite differently.
Yeah, I know.
But that might just be something else they're trying to say.
Listen, I say it right. Ask him. Naggardall.
Yep.
now.
Thanks so much, man.
Appreciate the 1010.
1-000.
April May, she really wasn't, though. Jace had a second chance to leave the battle, and he went back anyways. Jace is why Jace died. Yes, absolutely. We know that. But again, they're blaming Rhaena. They're blaming Sheepstealer. But Rhaena has yet to explain what went wrong as she was riding on the back of Sheepstealer. She has never said, I'm so sorry. This is what happened. I didn't mean it. Never. And yet,
the closest she got was to Daemon at what the third episode this season.
Even still, there was no clear explanation.
Yeah. And we don't get any of that here. All we get is we get genuinely the dumbest, probably the dumbest thing. I forgive you.
Oh.
You had a hard time. Like the insanity of, and this is one of the things that kind of annoys me with how understanding Daemon is. She's sitting here talking about or having to deal with exactly what Daemon dealt with as a kid.
Yeah.
And Daemon didn't kill his brother.
Right.
Like, it's just so annoying
Sean, sorry, King. Sean, that's the explanation. She rode a wild dragon into a battle because she was a desperate little Tardo. That's part of the explanation. Like, what were you doing on the back of a wild dragon? Let her say to somebody, I thought I could control him. I wanted a dragon all my life. I got one and I thought I could help the battle and the dragon went wild. Say something. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm ranting now.
No, dude, ran away. Lord knows I've done enough of them.
The roles have reversed. Normally, I'm like the calm one, and I'm just like, Kings, it's okay, man. It wasn't that bad. This episode, I'm like, are you kidding me?
So Alan of Hull gets a gift.
Yeah.
He's just finished I guess, rotation out on the streets of King's Landing.
It's a very realistic gift, by the way.
It is. He gets a gift.
To the prop.
And this is what it is.
Prop department. Props to the prop department.
Yeah. The ring finger of Sir Corlys Velaryon.
You sure that's the fourth finger, like the actual ring finger?
It's got a ring on it, so I kind of assume it is. It's sure as hell
on their middle finger.
You cut off someone's middle finger, you're just kind of an asshole.
We're talking about Orlin, right?
Or Ormond. Yeah. Ormond. Yeah. That's a fair point.
Sorry. Too much wine.
You drink and you know things.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nothing really to say there. It's definitely a threat sent by Ormond to try to keep the Velaryons from rooting out his people in King's Landing. But by the way, I forgot to mention, I really enjoyed back here where Darren and Gwaine are talking. I really enjoyed them making fun of, is this his piece on the board? Like, that was funny. When they're like, is this his piece? What? It's like, that's all he's got.
Oh boy.
So Alicent walks away.
And then we're back in Harrenhal again. We jump.
Aemon saunters in. Trunk walks into Alice's room and says, I need help. Alice goes.
Did you say he's drunk?
He's not drunk, but I said he drunkenly walks.
Drunkenly walks.
I don't know how to describe that walk with a single word.
Yeah, he's staggering.
Staggered. There we go. Yeah, he staggers in.
He's poisoned.
Die. Yeah, he poisoned.
And It's so funny. This was kind of a humorous scene. So he's poisoned. Alice knew it was going to happen,
Mhm.
right? She foresaw this because she's got this connection with the castle and she's a witch or whatever. He collapses, and she's just like, idiot.
Told you. Yeah.
Now we all know she's going to heal him.
Yeah. She's got some lace flies or dumb string worms back
Yeah.
there that
She's a healer, so
Yeah.
it's going to happen. And then we see Alicent running away.
Yep.
Now I'm curious how that's going to end up. Is she going to flee? Is she going to get away? Is she going to get caught?
Well, so she
What's her
seems
demise?
to see like something that scares her here. Like I actually expected to see, and okay, sorry, I went for a little too far.
That's
But
right.
I actually expected to see Alice on the other side of the door going, "Where are you going?"
Yeah, I thought so too. We didn't get that, but
Nope.
maybe next episode.
But we do now get to and again, so this is the thing that's really annoying. Oh, she finds Vhagar. I don't think her reaction is crazy enough. But
yeah,
that
that's a
wouldn't
stretch,
surprise me.
man.
Wouldn't
That's
surprise
a
me.
stretch.
We have 12 minutes left. There are really only 12 minutes left, not 12 and a half.
Yeah,
like
we
it
can
says.
go.
But
rapid
there
fire.
are 1, 2. There's like 4 things to talk about here. So we have Helena's dream here. Helena's dream.
Yep, her dream of giving
What did
birth.
you think of her dream? Yeah. So it's a bunch of things. She gives birth. We see her on Dreamfire mowing down or burning people in the dragon pit. And then we see her on a farm with kids with winter coming at them. So let's talk about the giving birth. What do you think happens here? Do you think she's actually giving birth, or do you think this is a
metaphor?
I think this is so. Maelor is dead. I think she's giving birth to a dead corpse.
Stillborn.
Yeah, stillborn.
I got nothing. I don't know. This happened so quick. I cannot piece all this together. I don't know because I will say this, because there's only one more season. There's no point in having Maelor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's one thing, and it is to get her to do what she does. But you can do that by having a stillborn.
She also has the other kid.
Oh, yeah,
Jahara,
that's right. Yep.
Right.
Sure,
that's the one.
but yeah.
That's the one they've been pushing all along. Like, oh, there's Jahara. Like she didn't even want to run away because Jahara, like she's really attached to Jahara.
Mm-hmm.
She's mad at her mom for lying because she didn't want to leave Jahara, and whatever. So, I don't know. Like, she's giving birth, could be a stillborn. Who knows? I don't know if there's gonna be much to do with that baby if she has it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's got to be
possible. It's stillborn. Fine. It's not gonna matter.
I agree. No, whether the baby stays alive, it doesn't matter.
But, yeah.
Then we get something that honestly I think most people were waiting for: seeing her on Dreamfire. Oh.
But so does she wake up and then go back to sleep? Because we see her laying in bed. Like after this, like if it plays out, so she's
the Kingsguard walks away with the baby. And technically, that's probably Queensguard.
Right. So she's there, but then there's a blip and she's in bed. So does she wake up? See?
No. See, I don't think she wakes up. Her eyes don't open. I think she just moves on to another part of the dream.
So this is just her, like,
she's jumping between paths. This is foreshadowing. This is the storming of the dragon pit. And it is the destruction that Dreamfire rots. But she is seeing it as her causing the destruction, I believe.
Right.
I did really enjoy her saying Dracarys.
I like that. And I like Dreamfire too. I think Dreamfire looks kind of cool with all those.
Yeah. So this is the dragon that's supposed to have given birth to Daenerys's eggs. Those eggs have been taken from Dragonstone to Harrenhal for some reason. Super dumb, but they're actually supposed to be in Essos right now because the woman that sold them was a friend of Rhaena, and she, after Dreamfire gives birth to 2 clutches, they leave Dragonstone, and then this friend steals 3 eggs and goes to Essos, and is never found. But yeah, we do finally get to see Dreamfire. Wow! This is only 10 seconds. It felt like a lot longer.
She says Dracarys.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, I really did like how Dreamfire looked, and part of me was like, that's right, burn those bitches. But then we get another little dream here of her on a tiny little farm with her 2 kids.
And a white horse.
And a white horse.
Another
so
white
you know
horse.
what? Maybe there is something there.
Whenever
we've got
somebody whenever somebody wants to escape King's Landing, there's always like a white horse involved. Or get away from King's Landing.
We also have an eclipse coming and something coming out of the mountains. Now, whether this is this, okay, so there are 3 things I think this is supposed to be. I was telling you this earlier. I think they are trying to connect Helena with the prophecy of the prince that was promised and connect her with Daenerys. That's one of them. The other, I think, is that this is supposed to symbolize the hour of the wolf. The north coming down, winter coming down, and fixing the south. Or it is supposed to be the Song of Ice and Fire, the prophecy of the White Walkers, the others coming out of the north and wiping out all of Westeros.
Could be ash, right?
Well, that's white and it's on the ground, not coming from the sky. Like this stuff, like the stuff in the distance. Like I think what's coming out of the sky is snow, and or I mean, shoot, actually, it could be the north coming down with the burning of King's Landing.
Hard to say.
Yeah, but not an eclipse, a cataclysm. The moon wanders too close to the sun to what? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? April, let me know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, I think this is them trying to get everyone to have a water cooler moment where, what did you think the dream meant?
Yeah.
And it's just not a good one. I don't really have anything to say about it. I just think these are the 2 or 3 things to try and connect it with. And the problem is that, if you're trying to connect it to, and it could also be connected to what Daenerys sees. And I was telling you this, what Daenerys sees in the, what's it called again? House of the Undying.
Oh yeah.
Where she sees that future life, and the dragons call her back. And she ends up in the wintry throne room of King's Landing. It could be a callback to that. But it's got to be something future because she's a dreamer. She dreams of the future, not the past.
Well, let's see if they even explain it.
Oh, they definitely don't. Oh, I see what you're saying, April. So now we get Rhaenyra throws the skull. Rhaenyra must have played softball.
Yeah, very aggressive throw
what do you
that
think?
lands perfectly on top of the fire logs in a position where the
Mhm.
face is looking out and the skull begins to flame. I didn't know Bones.
Oh, they burn. Bones burn,
I
but
didn't.
they don't
It-
instantaneously burn.
In a regular log fire, I didn't think
Well, that
it
might be
was
a good
hot
point.
enough. But okay.
Just boom. I mean, dude, sign her up for the King's Landing softball team.
Yeah.
The Dragon U's.
She throws the skull of an innocent man.
And so the very first part of this I was good with. Okay. The very first part I think makes a lot of sense. She
I
has
wanted her
summoned
to.
her.
Ugh, dude, I wanted her to go in and let this chick have it.
Yeah, 100%. She has summoned her Master of Whisperers to her room or actually, no, I think she's in her room. So she's gone there to figure out, did you know? And she just lies to her and say, well, actually, I don't really think she lies. But again, this is the worst Master of Whisperers. She knows nothing. Viserys would have known everything in 3 episodes. Now, would he have told her? We don't know. But he would have known. He would have known who's killing those gold cloaks. He would have known who Rhaena was. He would have known all that shit in 3 episodes.
Yep.
She don't know shit. There is not a single piece of information she offers this entire season.
Yep. No, she's gone out of her way to just protect herself.
Now, there was a good point made, and I'm not going to be as graphic with it as possible. But so I was talking to Sundowners earlier, and we concur that this is not all they shot. There are breaks throughout this scene that make it pretty clear that they shot some pretty graphic stuff and decided to cut it out. But one thing that I thought was rather interesting,
perhaps,
I'm not an expert on lesbian intercourse by any means. But there's a moment where Mysaria literally starts humping Rhaenyra. Like, I'm not going to press play and show it.
A little bit, yeah.
But she does literally start humping her.
Maybe she's what do you call them, hermaphrodite?
That's hilarious.
Maybe her character is. But does it make you feel any different knowing that she's pregnant now with the baby bump?
About them doing that? I feel like it's probably a little more dangerous. You're laying on top of it. Like, that's got to be dangerous. So I don't think I would have done that. If I was pregnant, I think I would have said, well, why don't you lay on top of me or something else? But I don't know. But again, this whole thing, at least this time it wasn't, my dad assaulted me and then cut the baby out of me that made her hot. It was something else.
Bottom line is, in my opinion, the scene was pointless.
Oh, does nothing to add to the story.
Stupid.
Yeah.
If you just wanted some lesbian action, I mean,
Google it.
This was dumb.
And this is by far the worst softcore thing you've ever seen on HBO.
But listen, okay, Game of Thrones is known to push the envelope with sex and gore and graphic, and they're showing childbirths now, and Game of Thrones, they're wiping man sauce from faces of people. All right, so there's a place for it at times.
Yeah, we talked all about that. We had a 45-minute conversation about that at the beginning of the show.
There's a place for it in these shows, okay? So I'm not like saying, oh, don't put this lesbians, that's not what I'm saying. It just needs to make sense. It needs to add to the story. This does nothing. Yeah. This does her intimate relationship with the White Worm just does nothing. to this to the where they have gone with the story. If anything, she should have her head.
Absolutely. Again, you are, and it would be different if they had been having these sessions throughout the season.
Right.
You know, 2 seasons of, heavy petting and shit
If you're
would
gonna
have
do
made this different.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this, she should have been also having relations with Allison, because she's sneaking off getting counsel with Allison too, and trying to,
But this entire thing, this makes it seem like this is the second time. And April, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. It is implied that they may have been sensual with each other, but it's not like it does not. Neither of the 3 parties ever say, yeah, they were out there banging every night.
Right. This is multiple times now in this show.
So it would make more sense for Rhaenyra to turn a blind eye to her terrible job as the Master of Whisperers if she's getting some every single night. But this is the second time, and it seems like this is just another bad decision Rhaenyra makes. You have a member of your council. You just dismissed a week or 5 weeks ago. You dismissed 4 members of your Queen's Council because you thought they were doing a bad job, and now because this one gets you hot, you're letting her stay. But yeah, just a whole bunch of stupidity. Now we get to the best part of the show. Best part of the episode.
Finally.
We get to Jason Lannister and Aegon Targaryen II standing up to the Lords of Maidenpool, which I don't even remember who they are.
It don't matter. It won't matter in a minute.
House Mooten. That's who it is. They're standing up to the guy, to Mr. Mooten. And Aegon has a pretty damn good speech here.
Well, one last time, Tylan says,
yes.
Do you want to flee?
He does. Yes, he does.
I mean, Tylan is basically like, I'm game if you are. If you want to get out of here, let's let's get out of here.
I agree. I think he's willing and ready to kind of say, of course, what's kind of funny is, let's say he did. Let's say Aegon does go, oh, yeah, no, I fucked up. Let's go.
Yeah.
They ain't getting very far.
No, they're not.
So the whole thing, I think I like, providing the question provides for the opportunity for Aegon to have another moment of bravery.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a silly time to ask it.
Yep. Agreed. And Aegon finally is like, nope. You know what? Forget this. I'm staying here. And he spouts off all his titles. I'm the son of King Viserys, first of his name, and blah, blah, blah. Titles.
Oh, hang on, because I'm actually trying to pull it up.
And I knew it was coming. You could hear a subtle breathing sound. You can hear leaves and sticks rustling, and like somebody trying to make their way through shrubbery and stuff like that. You hear that motion through the forest type, and I'm like, oh, something's coming. And the army's starting to back up.
So this was it. I am Aegon Targaryen, Viserys' true heir, the 6th king of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men. I was anointed by the High Septon in the light of the Seven, and it is in their light I stand before you now. And it is perfectly done, except they fucked up one thing. Okay? He is sitting here talking about the moment where he became king. And they could have tied the entire thing back to Viserys by putting the music that was playing. I believe it's the Targaryen theme that was playing while Viserys entered the throne room.
Yeah.
Put that in there. I get that you want us to hear those footsteps, and it's important for us to hear those footsteps. I think they went a little too long because the second you hear a big boom,
everybody
or
should have turned
kaboom,
around. Yeah,
everyone knew. Oh shit, dragon!
Yeah.
But everyone, like, there's having no music over this sort of scene is a huge failure.
The other thing they could have done is, he has his crown. He
Yes.
should have pulled that bad boy out and placed it on
that.
his head.
He's got I believe he should have Blackfire, right? Because Damon's got Dark Sister.
Yeah. Well, the
Shouldn't
King's
he
supposed to
have
have Blackfire. I don't know if he's got it with him or not.
He might not. It might just be a different sword. But I think it would have been beautiful. And he does kind of mimic it. So when I'm trying obviously not to get clipped or anything. But right as they're done. And I think the sheer amount of laughing was too much as well. So I think it's right about here. So we see him very much mimic his look of when right here. He's got a sword in his hand raised up. Very much mimicking his look of when he was crowned.
Yeah.
Remember, that's I've got it in the opening. Got the helmet going, yeah. So putting the crown on would have been a beautiful callback to that moment.
Yeah.
A connection to something that we enjoyed as season 1 fans. And they just didn't do it.
The ball.
Yeah, it's a big failure here. Look, you've nailed this, and I totally agree. So, I was talking to Sundowners about this 4 weeks ago. And he told me that he thinks that they cut, or was told, or something, they cut this speech out of the 4th episode because they needed it in the 7th episode so that there was actually something for people to talk about throughout the season. And I 100% agree.
Yeah.
That this should have happened. And you can kind of see it if you look at everyone's story, and I guess this is kind of how you do a TV show sometimes, but everyone's story, it feels like they just said, okay, we're going to follow Daemon around with the camera. Okay, we're going to follow Aegon around with the camera. And then they just said, okay, take 1 through 5 and put it here. Take 5 through 7.5 and put it here. Take 7.5 through 9, and we're going to put that in episode 4. And that's kind of how it feels like they, especially with Aegon's story.
Yeah.
That's how they feel, how it feels like they cut the entire shit instead of actually writing episodes.
They start slicing and dicing. I know. Yeah. So there's a lot of comments in the chat about Blackfire. So let me just say this. We have not seen Aemon wield Blackfire since he has fled King's Landing. You have to remember, he was on his deathbed and the Foot snuck him away and they just fled King's Landing. I'm not certain that they grabbed a big sword.
So Sundowners does say that Aemon has Blackfire. And I think he's right.
Oh, Aemon has Blackfire.
Yeah.
Does he?
So we can find out. There's several shots of him with his sword.
He's swinging it, but is it Blackfire? Did he take it with him to Harrenhal? Isn't that kind of a ceremonious sword that's supposed to be like with the throne?
That's Blackfire. That's the sword that Viserys had standing up like that on the throne. That is Blackfire. Aemon's got Blackfire.
It is dark.
You can tell by the outline.
King's is so
like, I promise you. It's like you see a Lancia, you know exactly what kind of car it is.
All right, man, calm down, man. I'm gonna do a little homework.
All right. I mean, I'll pull up the scene from season 1.
I'm out of time. Past my bedtime. We'll pick up. We'll sword fight next week. Make sure you subscribe.
Did you have to say that? Are you effing kidding me?
That's not.
Now
Blackfire.
we have the betrayal. We have one of the betrayals. What you think? So Ulf and Ormond chatting away.
That's dumb. I didn't like it.
Why did you like it?
It just seems meaningless. It didn't have any weight. All of a sudden, Ulf is sitting with Ormond. Like, what led up to this? Who sought who? Did he get an invite? Did Ulf fly his dragon there? What was the setup for this whole encounter?
Well, so the other thing that's really super dumb, we find out this is not the first time they've chatted. So this is the chess piece that Ormond has. And I just think it's super fucking weird that Ormond has been able to converse with an enemy and nobody has said a word. Like Ulf just let him walk up at the beginning. I mean, I guess Ormond could have sent him a barrel of ale and said, hey, just a gift, and been doing it night after night after night. But it still just seems like something that someone would have noticed. Something would have been said. You know what I mean?
I do.
And if that's what they've been doing, why did he? And we know he hasn't been drinking because he said. Now, well, I guess it was he was complaining about not having one with his friends, but he still said not one thing of ale.
It seems very weak. It's just, yeah, I'm here. Hey, how's it going? I can't. Yeah, blah, blah. It's just so casual.
And it's also out in the open.
This is huge. This is like the ultimate treachery, right? Damon slapped me in public, so now I've been meeting with Ormond Hightower. Like, I don't know. It just seemed weak to me. It didn't seem to warrant all of
the
this.
Entire thing. Literally, they had it drawn up almost perfectly to make the betrayal work.
Yeah.
His friends should have been murdered by the Goldcloaks under Rhaenyra's command. But Rhaenyra can't make bad decisions. Can't make evil decisions because that would rob her of the agency that they want her to have.
Right.
They don't want her to be evil, even though, again, Maegor with tits. So the whole thing, this is just this whole season. So okay. So I said at the beginning that I thought you and I were going to agree about everything tonight. We enjoyed the dragon fight. I think it was a dumb decision.
Yep.
Enjoyed. There's Aegon's speech. Enjoyed basically everything having to do with Aegon in this episode.
Yep.
And that's about it. So that's it. We agreed.
I think we're on the same page. It took us 3.5 hours to.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we spent about an hour at the beginning talking about utter nonsense. Sean, I think it robs her of the agency that they want her to have, or that they should want her to have, the agency that she's given in the book, in the story. But they want her to have this agency where, she doesn't fail because she's not good at it, or she doesn't fail because she's mean or evil. She fails because it's a hard job. That's the agency they want her to have. So I do think I'm still right on robs her of her agency. It's just a different version of it. Mark Hancock for 10 doesn't even say a damn thing.
1-0.
He just lays it out on the table.
A 1-0.00. Thank you, Mark.
And with that, I think we have to, because it is past his bedtime. It's almost past my bedtime.
Yeah, it's definitely
which should say something to y'all. I think next week we do 7 o'clock.
Well, season finale, I should be down. You know what? I need to talk to you about that.
Okay.
No. I definitely can do 8. I don't know if I can do 7. You can start
Okay.
without me though.
Okay. Well, maybe I can get the dumbassery out of the way early.
I'll text you and you'll understand why.
Absolutely.
But hey, before we go, can I promote something?
You have a big stream this week. You had a really big stream last week, and I saw that it went pretty well.
The stream last week. So if you're new to me, don't know who I am, capable gentleman, call me the gent. I have a channel called the Gentleman's Lounge. There is a link in the chat, and I can put another one in there. I have been working on a restoration project. I'm restoring a family heirloom, a 1972 Harley Davidson Electra Glide, and I've been doing it on live streams. And long story short, I had issues with the wiring. I got that taken care of. I've had issues with the carburetor. I've got that taken care of. This upcoming live stream, and I'm going to drop a link to my channel in the chat. Is right here, the Gentleman's Lounge. Please, if you're interested in stuff like that, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This Thursday, I'm going to go live from the workshop. The tasks for this live stream, I'm putting on the fuel tank. I'm connecting the fuel lines. I'm adding gas. We're going to try to start this bike up. This is a 1972. It's older than I am. 50 plus years old, right? This bike. And we're going to see if she starts.
So you're putting gas in this thing.
I'm gonna add some fuel and get this thing, see if she'll start. We're gonna get her started.
What this means, guys, is you have an opportunity to watch a kaboom.
This could be the biggest failure of all time.
How much? Let me ask you. How much gas will you put in? Will it be just like half a gallon to get it going, or will you?
I'm not gonna fill the tank up. I'm talking maybe half gallon just to get it running, get it warmed up. Let's see if it even starts. I mean, it's been a long time for this bike has run. So yes, Sean's been following me a little bit here. Like 8,000 original miles on this 72.
Oh, that wasn't a. Okay. I thought that was an old joke. So there's the old joke about, I only drove it to church and back. It's only got like 8,000 miles on it. This is legit, like only 78. Yeah, okay, that's awesome.
That motor's hardly been broken in, and so it wants to run. I would think we're gonna see if we can't get it started.
Yeah. So
I'm nervous because I worked so hard on this wiring to get it right, and we got it dialed in, and we swapped out the carb. That's this picture here. That's the new carburetor on there. Boy, I'm fat, man. I need to lose some weight. I look fat in that. Shoot, is that what I look like? God.
Look, you're probably just breathing out.
Dude, I gotta stop eating junk.
Hey, you look fine right there.
I look a little better there. All right. Okay.
A little. You look much better. Stop that. You're breathing out, man. Stop that.
But yeah, we're gonna put the tank on. We're gonna add gas, and I'm gonna see if this thing will start and be a part of it. It could be the biggest flop. It may just crank, and it may not start at all, and then we'll have to troubleshoot. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. But I'm putting it out there. You guys have been with me on this journey, trying to get it back together. So you're going to be a part of the first start. We'll see how it goes. I'm nervous.
I've popped in and out, and it's been pretty fun to watch.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I'm nervous, so we'll see.
It's a fun thing, man.
Follow if you have any kind of interest in that or know somebody who does. Hey, share the channel out there. I'd appreciate it. I want to try to get some growth and get some people watching. This is exciting. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, if I can get it to run, then in the next few streams, I might even be taking it for a ride.
You gonna call your brother and get him to ride with you?
If he would, he did pop in on a stream and say, like, if I get this back on the road, he'd get a bike.
Because this is heirloom, right? But not y'all. It's your like father-in-law, right?
Yeah, it's my wife's grandfather.
Oh, okay.
It was his bike. He's since passed.
Mhm.
It got passed down to me, and it hasn't been. He stopped riding it years ago, like 25, 30 plus
Oh,
years
wow.
ago, and then he since passed. And all he did was park it, and he put a shed around it, and that's it. That's where it was. It's almost like a kind of a barnyard find. He
A barn find. Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't want to part with it. He didn't do anything with it. Never wanted to part with it. He just said, nope, not getting rid of it. And then when he passed, they were like, you want it? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it back on the road. So here we are. We'll see.
Well, bud, I hope you have a first off, thank you for being here tonight. I know super late, super long, almost 4 hours. One day we'll figure out how to do this in 2 hours, but I don't know. Maybe you need to like just Hassan me every single time. Chat, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for the super chats. It means a lot. I hope y'all had a lot of fun watching us. And you know, I'll be in and out throughout the week playing some video games. Like I said, we're gonna cool it a little bit on the live streams for King's Court because I'm trying to focus on doing videos. They just do better, and I need to get those hours back that I've lost. But if anything of big happens, we'll do a live stream about it. Other than that, we're just going to be playing video games, starting Resident Evil 7 this weekend. And other than that, we'll see y'all later.
All right. Have a good one. We out.
Where is it?
Where is it?
There it is.